You are now entering Video Village.
Like you fucking own the place.
Coming up,
Sam reviews Propeller One-Way Night Coach and Euphoria Season 3.
and we both review Mortal Kombat 2,
Killer Whale.
The Boys Season 5,
Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Balls Up,
Spider-Noir.
and Saturday Night Live UK. Okay, this might be a bit of a long one, so I'm just going to launch into
Really?
Yeah. Another one. I got a couple for you that I'll just plough through as usual. Propeller One-Way Night Coach. Do you know anything about this?
No, but what?
Written, directed, and narrated by John Travolta
Okay.
in his directorial debut, and with a smug little cameo to boot. Adapted from his own obscure children's novel from 1997. Who knew?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very obscure.
I never knew that. It very much sounds like he's reading. Like there's no performance in that performance, you know? It's only 61 minutes long.
Interesting.
Yeah. It is, however, 61 minutes of a vanity project.
Okay.
It doesn't feel the same as they usually do. It doesn't lionize the author or strut their chops. It's vain in its specificity. You pick up very quickly that it's an autobiographical memory piece. One whose appeal would be difficult to sell outside of JT himself.
Right.
Maybe his friends and family at a stretch. It's a home movie, basically about a kid in the 60s, and his mother takes him on a flight, and he becomes obsessed with aviation. It's that.
Okay.
John Travolta's famously a pilot. I don't know if you knew that.
I do now.
Yes. Like a proper pilot. Although he doesn't work for, an airline. But he can fly commercial Boeing,
Got it.
all that kind of thing. But the Fablemans, this ain't. The filmmaking is rubbish. There is a moderately okay kind of retro title sequence. The production values are otherwise profoundly cheap looking and artificial. There is glaringly awful CGI used just for a simple hotel marquee.
Okay.
Like the sign of the hotel they've used CG for.
Yeah.
All of this might be an aesthetic choice, but if so, it fails miserably. It's laden with narration. It plays more like an audiobook with accompanying moving pictures, which I understand is close to the definition of a movie, but crucially isn't. It's the cinematic equivalent of a waveform visualizer, right? Or with AI, what I imagine a PowerPoint looks like these days, or whatever kids are using.
Yeah.
If you want to capture the childlike wonder at the miracle of flight in the golden age of aviation in the 60s, you need to do a damn good job, because we are cynicalized out of all of that. Human flight is prosaic now. Imagine that. Like, that's boring. You also need a charming kid to channel it. This one is no good, unfortunately. There is, I hope, an unintentionally creepy bit of casting. The young protagonist, who is clearly a stand-in for young Travolta, spends much of the film falling over a stewardess, an innocent boyish crush, a part for which he's cast his daughter.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The kid even grows up to marry her, you find out.
Right.
And you combine that with Travolta's voiceover narrating the romance, and it's just a smidge weird and uncomfortable. I don't think it reveals anything about him. I just don't think he thought.
No.
You know?
Well, do you get the sense that this whole thing is basically he's put this together because, well, no one else is going to make it. Like, I want this to get made. I can't find, like, a proper funding or a person to do it. So I'm just going to make the film.
I don't know. But, I mean, it's his book. He probably thought, I'll, write the theme tune, sing the theme tune.
And so maybe casting his daughter is more like, I'm just using the resources at my disposal.
I think it's a personal project. It's clearly very cheap.
Yeah.
There's no known actors in it. It's the kid and the mother.
Okay.
You've never seen the mother in anything. Obviously, the kid is new. So it's obviously made very cheap. It's very short, So, yeah, I mean, the fact is it doesn't even feel like a film. It's like the weirdest TV special.
Okay.
I think its heart is half in the right place, but this should never have been released, basically. I think it's in the right place with regard to, trying to capture that childlike wonder at something, especially something that now we don't care about. But, who cares? Basically, is the episode. The way he's done it is, it's no good.
All right.
And Euphoria Season 3. Have you seen any Euphoria?
I haven't seen any, but I know that people liked this, but were sort of
Season 3 or the show in general?
The show in general,
yes.
And then by the time Season 3 finally came along,
yeah,
everyone was just kind of done with it.
Bit of Stranger Things in there.
Because everyone just became really famous.
In between seasons 2 and 3. Yeah. Yeah, I've never been a fan of Euphoria. For British viewers, it was early on considered the American Skins.
Okay.
Which is apt for ill. From the beginning, it's been a glossy, prurient, voyeuristic, miserable fantasy of adolescence.
Right.
Like, yeah, some teenagers do drugs and drink heavily and fuck. So I'll allow that Sam Levinson's intent was to focus exclusively on that slice. First, I would suggest that we at least be afforded glimpses of the brighter, dare I say, realer bulk of the pie. Maud Apatow alone is insufficient. She's like the one that doesn't do any of that shit.
Okay.
But that's incidental. If you do just want to wallow in this pit, at least make it feel authentic. It doesn't. It's a navel-gazing, self-harming depression where life is artificially painful. If 99.9% of viewers are watching this thinking it's true to life, they are retconning their own youth. There was never this much edge. Don't kid yourself.
Okay.
I do sense a kind of wanting it to be true in elements of the fan base. In that way, it stinks of Gen Z confection, even though Levinson is 40 years old. It's a severe case of generational arrest. Now, in Season 3, the characters are older, so the relentless sexualization isn't as creepy as it used to be. Now it's merely bleak.
Okay.
It's an over-designed, morose, annoying vacuum. The season opener features a sequence where Rue is trying to navigate her car over a border ramp, and for that first 10 minutes, it's something else. It looks pretty good, it's takeable, but we shortly thereafter slip back into the grim shit. Right. Characters trying to stuff fentanyl balloons down their gullets, but with a plink. There's a plink to it.
Okay.
More fluent viewers have said it felt like a different show, and I'll take their word for that. I don't know if the ironic, upbeat, sunny tone was always there. My sense memory of it is one of sincere misery. But it's not like this novelty adds any depth or a moderating shade. It's still all empty surface. You just kind of roll, glide, skim over it, which is bizarre for something that's meant to be down and dirty, you know?
Yeah.
It's all vibe and aesthetic. His obsession with hyper-stylized lighting, every interior imbued with a gaudy, emetic contrast of shadow. There's one scene that involves a candlelit dinner. I'm not exaggerating. I paused on a wide shot, and I counted upwards of 30 candles.
Right.
And given the angle, somewhat concealed, so it's probably close to 50.
Okay.
You can say, like, because it's Sydney Sweeney and her boyfriend, her fiance, Jacob Elordi, and they're meant to be like this, she wants to be this power couple, and it's really romantic, but, like, that's just a fucking fire hazard. That's, you know. The nudity and general carnality is like the Wolf of Wall Street without the cheekiness, as it were. It's not sexy, it's seedy and tawdry and downright dismal.
Trying to be sexy?
Well, no. The women are a fusion of sweat and post-op in more ways than one.
Right.
It's like foreign porn, where consent was at best dubious.
Okay.
You know? It's sometimes hard to discern whether Levinson loves or loathes the putrid hedonism on display. Either way, it's an abyss. It dials the sex up to 12, and the dial doesn't go to 12, so everything breaks, and you're just left with this grotesque product. Arguably, yes, that's the intent, but so what?
Okay.
You know? The final season, as has now been clarified, it is the final season, thank God, it seems to rely on the systematic humiliation and mutilation of its characters under the guise of dark humour. It feels actively hostile to its cast.
Even the show doesn't like them.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm not sure it ever did, but Sydney Sweeney is degraded into dressing up like a sex dog for OnlyFans, so that she might afford a $50,000 floral arrangement and avoid, in her words, a ghetto wedding.
Right.
It also provides yet another opportunity for Jacob Elordi to treat a girl like a pooch. Our sexuality has become so warped. Really, like, kink and fetish don't seem to be outliers anymore. Sweeney seems to be a good sport, and they're all doing well and have clearly moved on. I doubt any damage has been done, but it's just way too much. The show aims for comedy but lands firmly in edgelord territory. It's not like Fargo, where even murder can be handled in a funny, clever way, just puerilely provocative. It takes skill, it turns out, to do something, you know, like that well. When Adewale Akinioye Agbaje, Mr. Echo from Lost, he's in the final season, and it's like, come on, mate. Like, he's good in it, but it's such a gross bummer, the whole thing.
Yeah.
He shoots a pig, and the blood sprays across a screaming stripper's face, and that's played for a giggle. Later, Cassie cries as her nose bleeds and Nate is brutally beaten by thugs in the background.
Right.
Those same thugs then cut off his toe, and the show expects us to accept its apparent tonal transition into drama. Fuck you. They later cut off his finger. Also a joke.
Okay.
Even the shocking imagery is desperate. A lingering close-up of a pig's arsehole as shit emerges from it.
Right.
The show in a microcosm.
Yeah.
You could argue that because these are horrible narcissistic people, they're just getting their due. But you made them that way. You know? And that's true nihilism for you. Create loathsome characters so that you can derive catharsis from their punishment. You know? You could say that about something like Inglourious or Django, and I know critics certainly leveled those accusations at the time. It just feels different. It's just different. Hunter Schafer is gross. Just is.
Right.
Just a fucking menace in the show. Fetishized to truly repulsive ends. Arguably the most sexualized character. She's hired to paint a mural in the style of a particular artist for like a TV show. She delivers a piece covered in dicks. And when told that won't fly for a network show, she throws a tantrum and ruins it with red paint. Just a total liability of a person. Zendaya's Rue remains somewhat disarming. Not the most likable girl in the world, but a tiny shimmer of humanity. She's at least tolerable amidst her peers. Eric Dane delivers his final performance. He's always sitting, battling as he was ALS. Do you know about that, Eric Dane?
I don't know.
And in a finale that's being lumped in with the likes of Game of Thrones, I actually quite like the climactic standoff between AAA, that's my Mr. Echo's AAA, as far as I'm concerned, and Coleman Domingo, who's in it a bit.
Okay.
The latter of whom emerges from the show as the closest thing to a person. He does genuinely offer some fresh air, some relief from the rest of it. But there's no escaping the black hole. They kill off Zendaya's Rue in the finale, and Elordi's Nate. His death is fucking horrible. He's buried alive.
Right.
We're there. It's like, oh, until we get paid back, we're going to bury you. But a snake crawls in, bites him, and he dies from the snake bite. It's awful. What a horrible show. And by the time it wraps up with its Christian, it has a Christian upshot. The Bible and the quote, "May God bless us all." That's actually the final line of the show.
Right.
You are hardly redeemed. You just want to take a shower and forget it ever happened, which I now can.
It's just funny being totally on the outside of this, having no context for what it is.
Yeah.
Not even having seen a frame of it. Mm-hmm. But when you were saying, like, oh, in the finale, there's a standoff between this character and this character, it's like, hang on, what the fuck is the story of this show? It's not just young people being, like you said, just kind of...
The first two seasons were the relationship, at the centre of it was the relationship between Rue and Hunter Schafer's character, a trans character.
Okay.
It's like, oh, we're a kinship, like... It's not romantic at first, then it's romantic, and then it's not sexual, but then it's all that. While, yeah, just other characters, there's like Nate is the jock, and Sydney Sweeney's the hot girl, but like she had low self-esteem, all that kind of thing. It's Skins. It's a darker, even darker version of Skins. This third season, Rue is a drug mule.
Right.
Working for Mr. Echo.
Okay.
Who's like he owns a strip club, and he's a drug pusher who dresses like a cowboy.
Right.
And yeah, Cassie and Nate are getting married, so she's on OnlyFans to raise money for it. And Hunter Schafer's an artist who also is a prostitute.
Okay.
That's the show. Yeah, Rue dies because Mr. Echo, they find out she's been wearing a wire for the cops. So he laces her drugs with fentanyl, so she dies.
Okay.
And Coleman Domingo, who is her sponsor, I don't know whether it's AA or NA, but he's a sponsor that she meets every now and again.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't let this rest. So he goes to kill everyone.
Right.
And he does that.
Okay.
The show ends.
Well, it sounds mad.
It is a bit mad, but not worth watching as a result.
Okay.
And that's that. Mortal Kombat 2.
I'm here now. I've been here already, but, you know, I'm actually part of proceedings now.
Yeah.
This is a sequel / continuation of the story?
Sure.
Established in Mortal Kombat from 2021. Only this time, Carl Urban's here as well, starring as Johnny Cage, a mere mortal who has been chosen to participate in the combat, too.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the Mortal Kombat franchise. I didn't even see the first film. You did.
Needn't have seen it.
No.
Apart from Scorpion's kind of backstory in the beginning, that prologue,
I'm good.
which is referenced multiple times here anyway, there's nothing of consequence. In fact, If you were to hazard a guess, who would you say the protagonist of the first film was?
The Asian guy.
You're going to have to narrow it down, Seth.
I can't... He's got, like, shoulder-length hair. I can't remember this film at all, really, so I can't even think of a scene with him
clearly
in
neither
it.
can I, because I don't even know if you're referring to the right person. I don't think you are.
Okay.
Does he have fire powers, the guy you're thinking of?
Maybe?
Okay, if it is, you're thinking of the wrong person.
Okay, who's the main character?
The main character in the first film is the guy... You know after, like, the villain gets his, like, immortality powers?
No.
Okay. Do you remember a fight scene that takes place in, like, over, like, an acid pit with his, like, green goo
Yes.
around them? The guy that dies in that fight halfway through the film is the protagonist of the first film.
Oh, he dies, okay. She's not in that final money shot at the end where they're all walking toward the camera.
Oh, is he not?
You said he died,
Yeah, he died. Yeah, he gets his head smashed in halfway through the film.
but he comes back.
Well, Mortal Kombat it revives all of its characters
Oh, okay.
anyway.
Oh, right.
Like, most of the cast from the first film that appear in this film died in the first film.
Right.
But they're just here
They
again.
they respawned.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
exactly.
Yeah, well, it does not put an encouraging foot forward from the off,
No.
this one. The opening promises Sam's Lexicentre.
It's time. Sam, Lexicentre. Definition. Placenta.
Yeah, it's weird. It promises Sam's Lexicentre.
So, hey, that's our thing.
So this is alienatingly lore-heavy media, most commonly adaptations, often intended as fan service. And I'm calling that mythobabble.
Mythobabble, okay.
It's kind of like corporate jargon, you know, it's in that same family.
We definitely need a word for it, because video games in general
Yes.
are full of this kind of stuff.
Genre-heavy, you know, lore. Mythobabble. So the opening promises mythobabble. You get the Outworld, Edenia, King Jared, Shao Kahn. Give me a break, man. Like, it's in the first, like, 2 minutes you get all this.
Yeah.
Carl Urban...
Okay, especially given that most of the first film was that.
Oh, okay.
It was going, oh, there's this thing called the Outworld, and there are these people called the whatevers, and we have to fight them to save the whatsits. But
Save the what's it.
Save the whatsits, yeah. But again, this was all being explained to a protagonist that's killed halfway through the second film.
Okay.
Like, Johnny Cage is kind of... It's the same thing where Johnny Cage is like, he's a nobody that doesn't even have powers.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, these people just turn up one day and are just like, hey, you need to save, like, the entire planet, basically. And he's like, no, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl Urban plays yet another genre badass. His nook for certain, his forte for debate, I would say. Quick question. Is Johnny Cage acquainted with any of this mythology before the film?
No, I don't believe
He's just a guy taken to this other place, like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Like, right, okay. Because I know I've spoken before of the adjustment problem, which might be a Lexicentre.
I think that you talk about it a lot, so I think that needs a word too.
Yeah, okay. Well, for now, it's not an official Lexicentre, but the adjustment problem.
Okay.
But this is the most glaring I've seen in some time.
Right.
Instantly. Does not bat an eye.
Okay.
You know. The film aims for a certain level of respectable trash, but I don't know how they rationalise Johnny Cage standing a fucking chance.
This is unfortunate, because this is the one thing that I actually kind of liked going in.
As an idea.
As an idea,
Yes.
you basically have this mere mortal that has no powers whatsoever, chosen to participate in a fighting tournament with these creatures and demons and whatever. Gods that have powers.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, it's kind of like The Boys. It's like the promise of The Boys. It's like ordinary people having to defeat people with superpowers.
Yeah, but they have the advantage of, you know, a team and being able to fall back and plan, and this is just like, yeah, you fight now.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same thing.
Not quite.
I mean, yeah, as an idea, it's like, oh, okay, it's a man versus gods. But how does that... It doesn't go past the next sentence. It's, well, how then?
Yeah,
he can't
exactly.
win. He can't win.
But that's the thing. Like, in theory, it's like, okay, well, if you're at least going to try and play it out, then he has to be smart when he fights, doesn't he?
Right.
And not really. He's just good at dodging.
Yeah. Well, so one of the reasons I find fantasy combat difficult to swallow is because the parameters and physics are often ill-defined, right? How can I invest anything when the world seems to accommodate anything happening?
Yeah.
And there are no consequences. The whole point is that Cage is a mere mortal fighting these godlike beings. Okay, but you can't pound him through roofs and drop him hundreds of feet then.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that does happen.
Yeah. where's the physical damage? Moreover, wire work, or wire fu, as it's sometimes called, it's definitely its own art, but it's not the same as Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee. I've never been a big fan of wuxia, though I recognise the luminaries of the form. It's ugly in that classic video game movie way, if not as gaudy as the main offenders, Return to Silent Hill, for
Yes, of
instance.
course, yeah.
It's just that MCU Other Realm look,
Yeah.
you know? It should have been more vibrant, the environment's more appealing, the palette more colourfully varied. It's cliche-ridden and corny. Indeed, it attempts to lap the critics by acknowledging that the karate thing may not be in vogue anymore, which
then
one
just
reads
does
as a
it
cheap
anyway.
attempt to justify its nature.
Yeah.
Cage laments, people these days want gritty, they want grounded, they want Keanu Reeves murdering 1,000 fucking dudes with a pencil. Grounded? That same scene, incidentally, is punctuated by a cameo from creator Ed Boon, who tells Johnny, "You're usually a little more animated." Boon!
Okay.
Yeah. It wants to be witty in that mainstream, crowd-pleasing way, and it isn't. When Cage asks his first opponent, "Why are you so fucking mean?" I shuddered with cringe. Like, it's a fight to the death. The more sincere stuff too. I did wonder if the actors in their daft costumes before the green screens ever thought, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You know? I think the core problem for me is it goes back to this notion of knowing the rules with which fantasy, sci-fi and horror can struggle. Obviously, with any screen melee, the filmmakers dictate the victor. So to have it feel like a genuine triumph requires work and skill to make convincing the illusion that the winner, usually an underdog, really emerged against the odds. That is absent here. It's, well, the champion is whoever the script wants it to be.
Yeah, because, well, first of all, Johnny Cage is in the first fight of that tournament that he loses. And so for the rest of the film, he's not in the tournament. But his character arc hasn't started yet, so he still has to be part of all of the events.
Yes.
Even though, by rights, he should have no influence over anything that happens going forward. And also, towards the end, might be even in the final battle, the opposing team, because you have Earthrealm's champions, which is the side that Johnny Cage and all of our protagonists are on, and they lose. They lose their last fighter. The bad guys win. But then the daughter, or adopted daughter of the main bad guy is like, oh no, actually I want to fight on their side.
Yes.
And then the flame reignites. It's like, oh, I guess there's one fight left. It's like, is that...
It's like the Triwizard tournament. It's like, no, you can't have four.
Yeah, you can't
it
do
doesn't
that.
work like that.
Is that in the rules? I don't know if she's breaking the
That's
rules.
not allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this fight to the death, you follow the rules. No, it's...
Well, yeah, it's still got to have rules, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's... Yeah, exactly. It still needs to have something, some framework that you can operate in.
Listen, all that said, I actually don't have particular venom for it. It's just rubbish and boring. Like, Joe Taslim, at least, has said he's contracted for 5 Mortal Kombat films. If there's a film to be made out of this franchise, it's one. I know spin-offs have been considered as well. Please, no. But if they do trudge forth, I have a title for their universe.
Okay.
MK Ultra.
Okay.
I think that would be a good title for them. That's all I got.
But you wouldn't recommend that universe go forward?
No.
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 Yeah, I mean, already it feels like there's this element of routine to it. Because when they go to hell, I think, at one point, or somewhere, and Scorpion's there. And he's just like, he's managed to mold hell into his, like, dreamscape, because he's just tending to a nice garden. And then they're like, oh, the bad guy from the first film is also back, so can you, like, help us defeat him? And he just kind of goes, fine. And then he just becomes Scorpion, does his whole get over here thing, which I'm not sure that was even the actor's voice.
Don't know.
It didn't sound like his voice.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if they sampled, like, actual audio from the game. I could be totally wrong about that, but it just didn't sound like the actor.
Right.
And then as soon as he's defeated again, he just goes back to his garden. And I was just like, is this just going to be every film? They're just going to bring Scorpion out from hell? Just like, right, defeat the bad guy, cool. All right, go back to your garden.
But, like, just who cares?
Yeah.
Has this done well, you know, financially, I mean?
I have no idea if it's done well. I wouldn't be surprised.
I would have bet.
Okay.
Because it has that character of something that just completely bombs.
I don't know. I think it's got enough of a built-in...
But I guess if it got a sequel.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, people like Mortal Kombat, and I guess at the end of the day...
Who the...
What are the... People...
No, it's an old franchise. What I'm saying is, like, if you grew up playing it, you're not going to the cinema to... I don't know. It just doesn't feel like you're going to the cinema to see Mortal Kombat. Like, we're a bit too young for it.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
But I'm just... If you just want to go to the cinema and see a Mortal Kombat film, I guess that's what you got.
Yeah.
This film gave you that.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it has, it has...
They're fighting games.
Yeah. It has people fighting in it. I think the characters are mostly faithful in terms of their designs and their abilities.
Yeah, there's the designs. Again, they're not characters. There's no time to do any of that.
No, there isn't.
They have catchphrases and they look a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess if you're not a Mortal Kombat fan, there isn't really anything for you here.
No. I think that's enough said on that. Killer Whale.
A horror film called Killer Whale. Need I say more?
No, that is basically it.
Okay.
There have been 4 fatal attacks by orcas in captivity. Of those 4, 3 were perpetrated by Tillicum.
Okay.
The most notorious of which was the case of Dawn Brancho. The story is covered in Blackfish.
I was wondering if that was the one, yeah.
I don't think there's any cause to go into the nature of her injuries. Needless to say, it's horrific shit. And I'll say it until somebody listens. Dogs notwithstanding, animals over there, us over here. So yeah, that ghastliness is not on display here. That ghastliness. This is not a good thing.
No.
It's rather poorly acted, certainly badly written. There is a basic competence in terms of sound, and the non-water tank, non-CG scenes are shot undistractingly.
Yeah, we should say that this is a low-budget fare, isn't it?
Yes.
That does, I think, occasionally push itself beyond its means.
Yes.
But never to breaking point.
No, it's not it's not as low budget as it might be around the same as Pooh now, but it's not quite an amateur film. It's slightly above that.
I mean, we spend most of the film kind of trapped in a lagoon with the 2 characters on a rock that is always small but also always changing size.
Yes.
I think, and the lagoon they're in as well. Like there were a few instances where we were like, I can't actually tell where the unrealness of it begins.
Yes.
There were some shots where just all of the water looked faked. And then there was
some where... Even though I think they're always in a water tank.
Yeah.
Obviously not the whole thing isn't, but
no.
Yeah. But yeah, the non-water tank stuff, they are the exceptions, unfortunately.
But also, prior to that, even though most of the film takes place there, you do have a scene which takes place in a SeaWorld type place.
Yes.
They do go
to one.
The film takes place in Thailand, so we do see them in a hotel and on a beach.
That stuff's fine.
There's locations before where the film ends up.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first shot that isn't archive footage is that exterior of the world of Orca. I don't know if you remember that. It's bad.
Yeah.
Much of the blood is digital, which is haram for a B movie. Some have jokingly referred to the film as the sequel to Free Willy. To my mind, Willy Freed, which is both devastatingly hilarious and chilling. They missed a trick there, just as they missed the tricks of Or Calamity and Or Catastrophe. Lean into yourself. Although, amazingly, this doesn't seem to be aiming for schlocky fun. It's pretty straight up, all told.
Yeah, because you've got, outside of the 2 main girls, what's there, like 1 kill, 2 kills?
There are 2 kills in the film.
2 kills in the film.
No, there are 3 kills in the film.
3 kills in the film, yeah. And the first 2 happen fairly quickly.
There are 4 kills in the film,
I don't remember the 4th.
There's the first, the opening scene.
Oh, the opening scene.
Yeah,
okay, sorry.
Yeah. The film is directed by a woman named Joanne Brechin, or Brechin.
I don't know why you were looking at me when you said that. I wouldn't have been able to.
No, I know. Just looking to say Brechin. I wanted to give you firm eye contact.
Okay.
Who co-writes with another woman. So it's curious that the girls' intercourse, steady, sounds how a boy or young man imagines girls talk.
I would have thought, I think if you show this film to most people, I wouldn't be surprised if they would have thought, oh yeah, male director.
Yeah.
Because
they say like, may your boys be hot, it's you and me no matter what. Yeah, girl, it's that kind of energy.
Well, just dialogue aside, there's just... They're in a state of undress for most of it. In fact, there's a rather comical scene, isn't there, where they keep noticing each other's injuries and have to take off an item of clothing to tend to that injury.
Yes, I definitely want to come back to that.
Yeah.
But, and then one of them makes a living on socials, which is, a girly type job.
But is also a PhD student, I think.
Yeah.
And that never comes into it. It's always just the influencer stuff they focus on.
It's not dissimilar to how young men write young men, actually. All inane banter and broness.
Yeah.
Totally divorced from the realities of their own relationships. Also curious, considering its gynocentric nature, is the film's understanding that one of its core appeals is the pulchritude of its stars and their advancing state of undress. To be fair, it's not exploitative, it doesn't drool over them, and yet they didn't cast ugly or chunky gals, did they?
No.
It reminded me of Spaney and Melton and Beef. We wouldn't put up with it if they were unattractive, And I kind of want to see that film. While I would be robbed of one of the basic pleasures of a B-movie, it would actually allow me to focus more keenly on everything else.
Right. If you were rooting for a chunky girl to survive.
Well, it just wouldn't be focused on what she looked like.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't hire a receptionist you want to have sex with. Don't expect me to invest in interpersonal drama when it lies betwixt two scantily clad pinups.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, don't get me wrong, pretty people can have problems. I'm not saying no, but, you know? So while it's not a torturous watch, my way of getting through it was deciding which of the two leads I found more appealing. Virginia Gardner, one of the stars of Fall, another Lionsgate survival thriller, and Mel Johnson, a Thai Australian gal who seems to just kind of be starting out. If you're curious, by the way, I haven't landed anywhere.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay, because there were points during the film
where I was definitively like, oh, it's her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a scene or two later, you'd be like,
Mel Johnson, the hair very much decided.
yeah, you didn't
a lot
like
of
the
time.
curly hair, did you? That was kind of a turn off for you.
I think I liked it when her hair was wet. I can't remember. I
Okay.
can't remember. Early on, the film signals the existence of a waterproof phone. If I was in their predicament, it's absolutely the first thing that would occur to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's hard to reach, sure,
Yeah.
but that would become the plan, you know, the momentum of the film.
Yes.
It wouldn't be a realization withheld for the climax. And it's not like it's an incidental detail. As soon as that information is revealed to you in a way they must imagine as flippant, you're waiting for it to come into play.
Absolutely, yeah.
When Maddie first encounters Sito in the aquarium, the idea is planted that her hearing aid, with all its frequencies, will have some relationship to the orca. It starts glitching, and that's what seems to summon Sito.
Yeah.
Maddie's hearing loss and general trauma from the robbery, there's a robbery in the beginning,
Yeah.
has rendered her unable to play the cello. We had this idea that she'd end up playing the hearing aid like her instrument.
Yeah, to kind of pacify him.
Incapacitate or
Yeah.
defeat him. Goofy, yes, but something. Alas, her deafness doesn't really come into it. It's not even like a hindrance for the final showdown.
I think
you know?
I think the big payoff to her deafness was she doesn't hear... Is it Tasha?
Don't know.
I did write her name
Trish.
down. Trish.
It's Trish.
She doesn't hear Trish leave the rock.
Yes.
So by the time she notices Trish is already halfway across
But
the
it's
lagoon.
not a payoff because it's not like she could have what was going to physically restrain her and stop. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Maybe she saw her getting up to go,
yeah.
but no, she doesn't hear her leave the rock. So as soon as she's in the water, she's going to...
But what I'm saying is, even if she had heard her,
Yeah.
what could she have done? It's not. No, you're staying.
No, I know.
She still would have gone.
I do
So
agree
it's not
with you.
even used for any.
Yeah. I do
Yeah,
agree.
20,
It was like,
yeah, yeah.
oh, that's what it's for. And even now, I'm
Yeah.
not 100% confident that that's what it's for.
Yeah.
It was just a character
It's the give a
detail.
beat, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, they also mentioned that Trish is studying for a PhD in gene editing
Yeah.
to no end. And it's like, I don't know what she can do. Like, I'm going to gene edit that fucking killer whale. But you'd think, like, oh, it's going to involve some knowledge of biology or, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something. They'll make a tenuous connection.
Oh, killer whales are weak to loud noises or
Whatever,
you know,
yeah.
they always fall asleep at 3 a.m.
Yes.
So
Oh, yeah,
we now
yeah.
know to escape.
Wish I had that.
Yeah.
Like, not every atom of detail needs a payoff, but strike that. In a low-rent genre thriller, everything does need a practical purpose.
Yes.
The more contrived, the better. In the first act of your zombie movie, you mention in passing that Dwayne is a rad skateboarder, so in the third, he might grind along the horde.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah, Chekhov's skateboard, right?
Yeah. Chekhov's grind.
Chekhov's grind. Sito kills a cleaner at the aquarium. When the security guard calls the manager, the latter exclaims, "Again? Get rid of that damn fish." I don't know how the guard managed to lob the thing into the ocean, but that's another film I want to see. The Wages of Fear, but instead of nitroglycerin, an angry sea beast.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I gotta get this fucking killer whale somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think they established the geography of the park well enough for you to know if Sito is even close to the ocean.
No idea.
It's possible that he's
listen,
just in a tank that's landlocked.
practically, you just get it in a tank, you put the tank in some sort of truck, and
Yeah.
you just, like, back it up or whatever. But
It's like the following day that Sito traps them in the lagoon.
Yes.
Right? In the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
It's like, just overnight, they were just like, what, they called
rid of this
yeah,
thing,
called
yeah.
a crane or something?
Just fling it, yeah. As soon as the girls arrive at the main locale, we visually land firmly in Tax Central. We laughed a few times at the jank. It does offer that much. It's obviously not a relocation, even aerially. We're told that the locals say it's haunted for no reason. It's not like
Yeah.
the killer whale has always been there. You know?
No, yeah, Sito literally was let out like
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah. And there's nothing else like creepy or ghostly about it.
No.
That fake location, by the way, is described on Wikipedia as an atoll lagoon demarcated by a sea stack. So that's what it is.
Okay.
We're watching going, what did... is this landform exactly?
But there's a word for it, so it must exist.
Well, there are many words for it, but yeah. They deduce that Sito must have swum in there and got stuck, so it thinks it's still in captivity. That's the kind of contrived bullshit that I would expect.
Yeah. Because how?
Yeah, how? It's like, the thing is, the film doesn't want to give orcas a bad name, right? It lets you know they're perfectly fine in the wild. It's immoral to go and see them, to pay, you know. It's a modern, progressive monster movie. They could very easily have had it that the orca's time in captivity had left it confused and livid and violent towards humans. It still wouldn't be its fault, right? It's an animal. But they go to that extra effort of imprisoning it once again, so you don't judge it too harshly. The shark in Jaws was just a bad motherfucking shark, right? There were a few unintentionally funny moments outside of the green screen. There's that scene that you referred to where they're noticing each other's injuries, and the noticing it is what provokes the pain response. Like, oh my god, your foot. Ow! Trish screaming for help had a particular oddity to it. And when it starts raining, instead of opening her mouth, Maddie starts licking it off her hands. You know, that was a bit weird. She drops Chad's cremation stone into the sea, remarking, maybe it's time. Is that something you get rid of?
Yeah, I'm assuming the reason that it's been pressed into a stone is because it's an item you want to keep.
Yeah, you can give multiple stones to loved ones, yeah. Maybe it's because she thinks she's going to die, in which case, A, some optimism, love, and B, even if all hope is lost, can you not just, like, die with it next to you?
Yeah.
You know? You might end up surviving and feel rather foolish, you know? Chad wasn't even her boyfriend, by the way, just her crush.
Yeah,
you don't, it's weird. Trish is later killed by Sito, and Maddie elects to bury her. Not only is that a time-consuming, energy-sapping chore under the best of circumstances, but the last place I'd want to be buried is on a random islet in a foreign country on the very site of my death by Stroppy Dolphin.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, underwhelming death, right? I think we both thought, because if there's sort of like a raised rock formation around most of the lagoon, but then there's like a little sandy bit where it's sort of at sea level.
Yes.
So I think we both thought, oh, Sito's going to jump out of the water across the sand and just sort of like eat her in half or chew her in half.
Yeah.
No, just kind of like drags her into the water.
That's what I'm saying. It kind of doesn't know that it's a B movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Even though this is like it's a killer whale, obviously, like says it all, but it's a shark, right? The film treats it like a shark.
It's a shark, yeah. Ultimately, Maddie stabs Sito in the eye with her cello's end pin, so cello utilised, I guess.
Okay.
It never quite reconciles her sympathy for the creature.
It's worth saying, she didn't take the cello with her.
No.
Just the end pin for some reason.
Metaphor, I can't remember. Yeah, it never reconciles her feelings. She's the big, like, oh no, it's wrong to keep animals in, you know, aquariums, with that piercing. I know she has to do it, but there's no sense of lament, you know? I mean, it's all bullshit anyway. No matter your liberal convictions, if you were being stalked by a vicious killer whale, if you were consequently dying of thirst and hunger, you'd want it unalive with prejudice.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
If it killed your best friend by gnawing her leg off, you wouldn't express respectful solidarity with it. Your face reflected in its eye, because aren't we all the same really at the end of the day? You know? Rubbish though it is, it doesn't leave a sour taste in your mouth. It's not patronising or a rip-off. There's no sense that any old slop will do. I think they did their best to make an entertaining film. They just failed. You know? It's not wicked, it's not insulting, it's just naff. So I was surprised to learn that it was released theatrically.
Am I surprised? I guess I am.
Yeah.
Because Blood and Honey felt like a bit of an aberration, didn't it? That didn't feel like that was...
It was the first time we're doing this. I guess, for the novelty factor.
But it also didn't feel like, oh, we've opened the doors to these types of films now. Because it was just Blood and Honey, right? I don't even think it was the second one.
I think it did get over here in the UK, I think.
The second one did?
I think so.
Okay. Well, Peter Pan certainly didn't, right? Nor Bambi.
I don't know about those.
Yeah. I haven't heard of them.
Yeah.
Like, my hairdresser said to me, unprovoked, I might go and see this new Winnie the Pooh horror film in cinemas. So the word was out there.
Okay.
Heard nothing about Bambi or...
Yeah.
Certainly not a film like this.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a bad film. It's just, it's not, you know.
It was kind of like, it's either very low 2 stars or kind of 1 star, 1 point something on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
And though I've got no reason to say like, oh, it's a better film than that.
Yeah.
The overwhelmingly negative response did feel a little kind of...
Well, you shouldn't have... any vindictiveness towards it.
It's that.
Like I said, with Mortal
I think it's the people going, oh god, this is terrible, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. It's like, yeah, it's a bad film.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. It's
No,
not...
and I get that we've seen a lot. So
Yeah.
to us, even this year, it's kind of barely a dishonourable mention. It's like Mortal Kombat 2. It's like it didn't leave me sour. It didn't leave me with venom in my heart. It's just like, well, that was bad.
Maybe part of it is because we have sort of become numbed by the childhood nightmare universe, whatever it's called.
Well,
those types of films where it's like, yeah, they're bad and they're badly made,
but they have no soul.
But they have no soul,
Yeah.
and that's what has to push a film. A film needs to have no soul to push it down into the bottom.
Yeah, this film didn't annoy me.
No,
it just is in good.
It was like a fairly honest failure, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
It should have known it was a B movie, but other than that, it's kind of
taken on its own terms. That's
like,
probably its greatest sin, is that it doesn't know what it is.
Yeah, we watched it and we kind of went, yeah, all right, got through that pretty
Yeah.
easy. It's not one of those, oh, fucking hurry up, you know. I think we got a point.
Yeah,
for
so
that.
ultimately not a recommendation.
Not a recommendation.
Yeah, but whatever.
But whatever. Not a recommendation, but not with prejudice.
Sure.
Yeah. The Boys, Season 5.
The boys are back in town. And Homelander. But is it gonna...
No, go on.
Okay. The boys are back
And now I'm done.
Are you?
I am really done now.
Okay. You were the one who said this was going to be a long one.
No, I know. But
Okay.
come on, I have to do that.
Right. Yeah. The boys are back in town. And Homelander.
Yeah.
And the rest.
Yeah.
With Homelander's influence growing by the day and the revelation that an older strain of V exists that could grant him immortality, the titular boys must mount one final offensive by being offensive and profane and just damn bloody lucky for just 8 more episodes. So for the final time, let's crack open a cold one with the boys. A very cold one. Cold as a dead horse.
Let's start with the cast.
Carl Urban again.
Yeah, well, I've always been lukewarm to dismayed about Butcher.
Okay.
It's always been between those two. Sister Sage is obnoxious.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a poorly handled character
Yes,
in
it
general.
is.
I think we said it in our brief review of the 4th season of The Boys. If you're going to write the smartest person in the world, you don't do that by having just like all these things happen and then they sit back and go, all according to plan.
It makes me think of, it's not quite the same, but that Damon Lindelof college humor sketch. Where it's like, that doesn't make any sense. Exactly.
Yeah.
Or does it? You know?
Yeah.
Erin Moriarty's face remains unresolved. There's something about Daveed Diggs I find unappealing, and no, it's not that. It's worth reiterating. It's such a shame that Giancarlo Esposito is just standing around in things doing Gus face.
Yeah.
You know, those dead eyes were intimidating as hell in Breaking Bad. At this point, it's just the actor's tired. I couldn't care less about the Gen V crossover.
Nor could the show, it seems.
No.
Because if the idea from the off was, I say from the off, I don't know how much Gen V was planned, but ultimately, if Eric Kripke wasn't planning on making Gen V that important to the finale of The Boys, okay.
Yeah.
But you have created a spin-off in which you've introduced a character that the show itself has said is as powerful as Homelander. How do you not use her in the finale?
It's improvised, isn't it? It's like, oh, The Boys is really popular.
Yeah.
You can have another show. Okay. There's never a grand plan.
No, and that's fine.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
your job as a showrunner.
Oh, no, I'm not-
to hide that improvisation.
In this instance, I'm not defending it.
Yeah,
When people are like, oh, you didn't have everything thought through from the beginning, it's like, you just don't know what it is to write something.
Yeah.
Writing something at the minute, a film, I wrote 20 odd pages. It's now gone down to like 13 because like, nah, get rid of that.
Oh,
I don't
right,
change.
okay.
Already, like, you just don't know what it's like, man.
Yeah.
You weren't there. Yeah, but in this instance, I do think, no, when you're toward your end game and you have a spin-off that you're trying to thread into it,
Yeah.
you do need to have that figured out.
You do. Especially since you've cancelled said spin-off.
Yes.
And so that spin-off will now go unresolved.
Sure.
So, all right, well, we'll just feed it into the finale of The Boys. Oh, no, we're just going to tell them to fuck off,
At least
basically.
it's over.
No, well, it's not, is it? Because we've got another
I
spin-off.
know that, but at least that they're done, you know?
Yeah.
Jack Quaid has grown on me as an actor. He's yet to truly wow, but I was more receptive to him than I've been before.
Okay.
For whatever reason.
Is it because he's all of that, I think all of the cynicism and kind of weight of everything he's gone through over the course of The Boys is kind of set in at
Maybe.
this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. I enjoyed Paul Reiser's guest appearance.
Which one's that?
He's the older Jewish guy. He's like, hey, Bubble. He's in one episode.
Okay.
He has a scene with Homelander, and Homelander's like, yeah, all right, I won't kill you. You can go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anthony Starr's Homelander remains the standout, of course.
Yeah.
Even if I was ready to bid farewell to him too. And both Jensen Ackles and Valerie Curry staked a claim against him this season. I actually thought they were pretty good. So that's Soldier Boy
And Firecracker.
and Firecracker.
What are her powers?
I don't know.
Does she have powers?
I imagine it's pyro in nature.
You'd think.
Yeah.
But she's just kind of the mouthpiece for the whole
Yeah, she
Vought
is.
Enterprise of this. Like,
Yes.
yeah. Homelander drinks her
puts on-
breast milk.
she's the Fox host. Yeah,
Yeah,
the Fox
and
News
then she's the
host.
Fox
Yeah.
host. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, if she's now kind of filling that role in universe, okay. But as someone that's just been watching The Boys since season 4, watching in real time, I can't remember what her powers are.
Yeah, I don't know.
So she just seems to be like, still about. It's weird.
The satire it peddles is old red baseball hat, the freedom sets you free prison camp, the manosphere podcast, the fake news, the cult of personality, political religiosity of the proletariat. I was done with Trump satire by the end of 2017. Nothing new has been said about the phenomenon since then, as far as I'm concerned.
It's that, isn't it? It's like, it's not that, because it's the whole, like, dog whistling, you're getting mad about it because there's truth to it. And it's like, well, you're not... I think that's the problem. No, it doesn't feel like anyone's saying anything new about it.
Yeah, it's
and
done.
also it's still going on. It's not like there's not this air of like reflection on.
No.
God, remember this point in our history?
Yeah,
it's still happening. So what are you saying?
And touch
providing
wood,
any value?
you can only run for 2 terms in America, so it's not.
Yeah,
even,
I'm sure he'll have a go.
He'll have a go.
Yeah,
but it's not like they can even convince people don't vote for him the next time. Like, he's got this term, then the man's done.
Yeah,
forever.
Yeah.
It'll be over, This season adds to its Lampoon mix a Yellowstone parody and AI scripts. Those are kind of the new elements. I don't think I knew that showrunner Eric Kripke created Supernatural.
Well, I didn't know that either.
No. There's an episode that sees the reunion of Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki.
Is this a big deal?
Well, they're the brothers in Supernatural,
okay.
which must have had fans creaming their underpants. That episode was a nadir. That's the one with Kumail Nanjiani. And all that.
Yeah.
He's the main guy in that episode. Seth Rogen, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, Will Forte, Craig Robinson. That whole enterprise was pungent with American comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and I get like the point. You could argue that there's a purpose to it because it's trying to do a bit of world building. Because they're sort of making the point that like, we're jailing all of these other celebrities that are speaking out. We're cancelling all these other celebrities.
There's also the fact that Seth Rogen is a producer.
There is that. And, they do get murdered, and Seth Rogen does get bisected and stays alive for a little bit while he's bisected.
Usually I draw some delight from their violent deaths, but it's just more shtick.
Yeah.
It just feels like more shtick,
Yeah.
Most episodes contained at least one irritating element that don't feel worth spelling out, such as it is that said episodes were over an hour long. But, for instance, Sage referring to Homelander and Soldier Boy as crackers... It's not the double standard. I can't even talk about any of that shit anymore. I can't even get annoyed about it. It's more that it comes from the so-called smartest person in the world, thereby legitimizing that standard. Do you know what I mean?
Has she hasn't lobotomized herself at that point, has she?
No.
No, okay. So she is smart at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if she can say it,
Yeah.
They attempt a moment of sincerity with Frenchie's death, ending the penultimate episode with the sounds of Kimiko sobbing. Too little too late as far as I'm concerned. But I do have complex feelings concerning the irony that many fans of the show hate that actor.
Yeah.
Because he's Israeli, i.e. a war criminal.
Yes.
Which you've seen that. On the one hand, I want to enjoy that paradox, both because I've never loved the show and I loathe anti-Semites. On the other, it just makes me like Toma Capone more.
Right.
The actor,
Yeah.
I think he did serve in the
Yeah, I think
IDF.
that's specifically what they've got a problem with, is that he actually served.
I think just being Israeli would be enough.
Well, I mean, that wouldn't have helped him.
No.
But I think the fact, that he served as well, people are like,
and he hasn't
doubly war criminal.
And he hasn't apologised for it,
and he hasn't,
as far as I'm aware,
but then they also, they have the emotional silent credits.
Yes.
But then the beginning of the next episode, the finale, his eulogy is played as one big joke, basically, isn't it? Because he's like, I've seen all your butts, I've seen all your assholes.
It's because you've been given the sincere moment.
Okay.
So back to the irreverence.
Yeah.
That's the thinking. Another persistent problem with this and virtually every superhero product except Watchmen is how it handles godlike power, right? Starlight versus Homelander might be a fight. That seems to me the only viable matchup. Starlight versus Dog Guy? Like, how does that last longer than a second?
Yeah. How does any encounter with Homelander last more than... Like,
Right.
how does Butcher last in the Oval Office for as long as he does?
Because it's the finale.
I know, because it's the finale, but this is the thing. Like, in the first episode of this season, A-Train is killed.
Yes.
Well, spoiler alert,
Not
I
the
guess,
first,
for the whole
I think,
thing.
but... Oh, is it the first?
It's the end of that episode.
Oh, right, okay.
But yeah, I'm sure that he helps break them out of the camp.
Yeah.
And then
I thought it was the second, but yeah, okay.
And Homelander is like, it's the Justice League moment where Superman turns to look at the Flash while the Flash is in his running mode.
Yes.
Homelander's able to keep up with A-Train.
Right.
Fastest man alive. In the White House, he can't fly away from Butcher because Butcher's like too fast to...
Yeah.
In fact, I think Homelander attempts it once as soon as he figures out that Kimiko has the ability to switch off his powers. And then when Butcher just like pulls him back, he never tries it again.
Yeah, he doesn't bother.
From that moment on, that's your only objective.
Yes,
is
get
leaving.
out. Get out. Yeah, absolutely. They got it right with Starlight in the Deep. There's like, it's not a fight. Like, I'm trying to get him out of here, you know?
Yeah.
Talk of stroppy dolphins.
I think it's an octopus that gets
it. It is an octopus that gets
Yeah.
him. But I think it's like surrounded by a cabal, right, of
sharks,
of sea creatures.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the Samuel L. Jackson voiced Hammerhead. I did. Telling the Deep that he was no longer welcome in the ocean. Like, remember March 15, motherfucker? I did like that.
Okay.
It's a coin toss. Sometimes like something like that could easily been just more faux impudence.
Yeah.
But it tickled me for whatever reason.
Maybe it's just the fact that it's Samuel L.
It's
Jackson.
just his voice.
It's just oh, okay. He's here now.
No, it's the fact. And just Fish having like a George Floyd. You know, that's,
we know it was you.
yeah. Remember March 15, motherfucker. The season has been the subject of much vitriol from the fan base. Again, talking Game of Thrones, Dexter, levels of contempt. They're wrong. Season 3 ultimately emerges as the highlight of The Boys.
Okay.
But the rest of it has basically been of a piece. And I must confess, while for much of the season things felt like they always did, which is not right for a final go-around, there are levels on which I did enjoy it. Seeing long-standing characters being dispatched, wondering who would go next. I lightly thawed as things drew to a close.
I mean, yeah, I ultimately wanted to see how they were going to deal with Homelander.
Yeah.
Especially when he does get his hands on the V, and you're like, okay, well, he is now immortal.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess there's an irony to that, isn't there? The Homelander is...
No, it was get his hands on the V, Jord. That's what I laughed at.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm explaining.
Oh, go on, sorry.
The irony that Homelander is kind of this sexually repressed being.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yes.
It ultimately wants that V.
Yes.
Anyway. Yeah, so ultimately it's like, well, yeah, how do you defeat this guy?
Yeah.
And they just, there's a bit of a punch up with him in the Oval Office. They turn off his powers. And
Pretty much.
But yeah, I guess it's. Did it not feel underwhelming to you though?
I don't care about it.
Yeah, nor do I. But there was an element of like, because I think I've seen people say online, and I'm inclined to agree with them. It's like, oh, so what's changed ultimately? Because Homelander's gone.
Are you talking about at the very end?
Yeah.
What's changed?
Homelander's gone.
Yeah.
But Vought are just back in power.
But that's the point, isn't it? I mean, that is meant to be they just replace you with another corporate overlord.
Well, no, it's the same corporate overlord.
Yeah. Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, that's the... to be fair to it, that is a point it's making, is that they will always kind of bounce back and, that kind of thing. I get that. Yeah, no, I understand why it would be underwhelming for people. I'm just saying it's not as bad as... It shouldn't be in the list of worst finales ever.
Okay.
It's not that bad. Like, you just haven't watched enough if you think it's one of the worst finales ever. And yeah, because I didn't have anything invested in it, it was let's finish this thing. When it was killing off characters that had been around since season 1, there was like good, okay.
Movement,
things happening. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, I didn't end up thinking it was high quality, but the finale, with the team making its way through the White House, taking on the supervillains one by one, I got something out of it.
Okay.
Right? They don't surmount the age-old finale problem, which is the too speedy resolution and tying of dangling threads. Homelander in the Deep, for example, that's just like a passing, oh yeah, I never liked you, you're weak.
Yeah.
So, okay, could have maybe marinated that a bit more through
especially
the season.
since the Deep, like his whole thing in season 1 was that he got Me Too'd.
Right.
Which you'd think in the modern world is sort of the ultimate Like, if you wanted to make a character unlikable, the
Yes.
most unlikable character, that's what you do.
I like the Deep.
But
Not actually, but like
no, I think he is a bit of a fan
I
favorite.
entertained him.
Yeah.
I found him entertaining. I entertained the Deep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I entertained. I saw where's this. We'll see where this is going.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just the fact that from the beginning he's been so loathsome, and then sort of so pathetic.
Yeah.
But kind of deserving of all of the punishment he's been given.
Yeah.
You would think that, I guess, like, the fact that he's ultimately done in by the fish is like a good ending for that character.
I think with him, maybe part of it is because obviously he's also got his arms exposed. He's like a well put together guy, not massive, but like ripped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's a good looking guy. And seeing a guy that looks like that being treated as pathetic, maybe, is kind of like, oh, that endears him to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas in real life, I'd probably hate him.
Yes.
But in the show, yeah, and it would have been nice if at least one villain had survived in some capacity, or had another hero perished.
Yeah.
You know, just for variety's sake. And I'll give one example: the Deep. He's flung into the sea. Yeah, the creatures in my version, the creatures don't want to kill him because his costume would be a pollutant.
Okay.
Right in the ocean. Being torn limb from limb by his former friends is literally all he has left. That has some meaning to him.
Yeah.
So he strips completely naked on the shore, begs to be killed, and they can't even be bothered.
Okay.
He's that worthless. Utter rejection. Leave him flapping around in the waves, pleading to be put out of his misery. That's his ending.
So he's not dead, but everything that makes him the Deep has been taken
Gone.
from him. Yeah.
They can't even be bothered to kill him.
Yeah.
You know. And
that's all right.
simply,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, just some variety. Simply killing Homelander feels, easy.
Yeah.
But it also makes it definitive, doesn't it? And it is like, of course he has to die at the end. Of course he does. On many fronts, it's a predictable ending. But yeah, the Vince Gilligan thing, sometimes it's for the best.
Yeah.
While I liked the systematic execution of baddies, therein lay an anticlimax too. Earlier season finales have conveyed a greater sense of jeopardy and magnitude.
Yeah.
Stakes, like the season 3 finale.
Yeah, but the fact that, like, oh, this is the end, so you know all of these characters are going to start dying.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just think the way Homelander died, I think we talked about it, I had the idea of, like, you rob him of his power, because he's announced to America he's God at this point.
Yeah.
Then you put him in a room somewhere, a locked room, and just film him succumbing to starvation and thirst and madness.
Kill him like a man. Like, he dies as a man.
Yeah, just withering
Yeah.
while America watches. Like, this is not a god.
Yeah.
You know? Like, even for Homelander, pretty heinous shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I actually left the better feeling than I anticipated. No doubt, though, part of that is because it's over.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about
it's done now.
anymore. Are you even going to bother with the spin-off?
Well, I have to, don't I?
Yeah.
Because we do this.
Because we do this.
Yeah. But that's all I got to say about it, really.
Yeah, I mean, because I caught up on it. Half of it was just because, okay, we're going to be talking about the final, like the last 2 seasons on the podcast.
Big Vogue show as well.
Big Vogue show, and also you were kind of saying like, well, it's worth it for Homelander.
Yes.
And Homelander was good. I
Yes.
enjoyed him. I see why he's kind of entered pop culture as kind of like, one of the iconic villains of modern times.
And this was, like season 3, right? I think if you hadn't seen it now, and I'd watched the whole thing, I would probably say watch some Homelander scenes on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess that's a failing of the show,
Yes.
right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so not really a recommendation.
Not really.
But the show was at times good.
Yeah, good things came from it.
Yes.
So I guess if you were going to commit yourself to watching it, it's not going to be a total disappointment.
No, and
there'll be things in there that you'll
It
like.
won't go down as one of the best shows ever now. And it, to my mind, not one of the worst endings. That is really silly.
Yeah, and I mean, the biggest disappointment for me is that I kind of alluded to it already. I think I've alluded in other reviews on other episodes. Is that it felt like a show that ultimately didn't deliver on its promise.
Right.
I wanted to see a show where ordinary people were killing superheroes. How do they accomplish that?
They have to become superheroes.
Yeah, ultimately, yeah. And
That's
they have to get the help of superheroes.
Yes.
And it's not like the first... Is it the first episode where he kills the invisible guy?
No idea.
Like, I think he puts, like, a bomb inside him and blows him up.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, that's like a smart way of killing
Yes.
a superhero that he couldn't see.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of...
That was the height of it.
That was the height of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Decent deaths, but it's all super-powered stuff.
Yes. Okay, enough of the boys.
Yeah.
Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Not to be confused, of course, with Crank 2 High Voltage, because they've got nothing in common.
Really, nothing at all. They're
Nothing
both
at all.
sound and colour. That's about it.
Moving pictures and...
Yep.
Yeah. A young girl disappears from a back garden in Egypt and is eventually found 8 years later inside a sarcophagus that fell out of a plane. Steady on, love.
What? What's that mean?
Well, it's just like... That's quite a return to the world,
Oh, right,
isn't
okay.
it?
Yeah.
Needless to say, her family are relieved to finally have her back and to finally bring her home. At first...
But not all, is it? Yeah, okay. First off, who is Lee Cronin?
I don't think it was his decision.
It's not. It's not.
And that is such a shame because he's bearing the brunt of that decision.
Yes. He made The Hole in the Ground, which is a good film.
Yeah.
Evil Dead Rise, which for what it is it's a fine version.
Okay.
But he's not a name. And yes, it was the studio to distinguish it from the Brendan Fraser series. But could they think of nothing cleverer?
Yeah.
Like some twist on the name? It just ends up implying hubris on his part.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
I like the younger versions of the kids and the youngest daughter in the present. When the son throws the sister's doll from the roof and he's like, yeah, not gonna lie, I did do it.
Yeah, that made me laugh.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know why. It's just kind of like...
Well, just like, I'm not gonna... You kids always lie. You know?
Yeah.
Nah, I did it. I can't lie to you. I did do it. That is all I liked.
Okay, alright.
Jack Reiner is Deadwood. He gives the overwhelming impression, and reasonably so, of stark apathy.
Okay.
I like Laia Costa, Victoria. She was the main star in And Only You. So it's a shame that this is her intro to Hollywood film. And while she speaks English perfectly well, when she and her husband are having domestics, it doesn't feel like she's wrapped her mouth around those words enough to deliver them convincingly.
Okay.
You know? It's ugly, dim, and drained with a yellow-green, sickly colour grading.
He loves his, I can't remember what the official name for them is. I'm going to call them double focus shots.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Split down the middle.
Split down the middle, yeah. We
yeah.
can tell the camera has two focal points. There's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of those.
There are,
And they're
yeah.
not all entirely necessary.
Oh, no.
No.
The creature that comes home is ugly in the wrong way. You can't remotely connect to the girl it was. You're not scared of it. It's often annoying, actually. You just want to be rid of it like a rash. She reminded me of the daughter in Hereditary, not because of that.
Oh, right.
Just as a somewhat unusual-looking girl. You know?
Yeah. Are her eyes all wonky?
I don't know if her eyes are... I don't know if she has like a lazy eye or anything. I think she doesn't have a perfectly symmetrical
Yeah,
face.
they've done... I don't know if they've done something.
No,
to
no,
her.
I think she looks...
Oh, that is her.
I think so.
Okay,
They've
right.
made her look worse.
Yes, of course.
But they've chosen a girl that kind of looks a bit
Okay.
odd, unfortunately. There are shades of Hereditary elsewhere. The breakdown of the family, the little girl in school, the boy whacking his head over and over. There's a nod to Psycho, a Pennywise-like encounter in the garden with the old hag poisoned apple imagery. Can you Adam and Eve it? But the influence...
No, it's a nectarine, right? Because
No, it's an apple, isn't it?
No, she lives on a nectarine farm.
Oh, I thought it was an apple. So I was like, oh, that's just like... It's
Well, if
biblical.
it was an apple... No, it has to be a nectarine.
Maybe if
Because
they
later-
live on a nectarine farm, it almost certainly is. But
And later in the film, the detective, when the guy is like, oh, there's a Layla living on a nectarine farm, she
Okay.
runs back to see the evidence photos.
Okay, then I obviously, so strong is my mythic sense, I just projected that onto
No,
it.
in fairness to you, when I first saw it, I assumed it was an apple.
Okay.
So it was only later in the film, it's like, oh, it must have been a nectarine.
Okay, fair enough. But the influence that looms the largest is The Exorcist, with the bed-bound writhing and contorting, levitating, crawling on walls, the Middle East connection, vulgarity spewing forth from the mouths of babes, and spewing forth otherwise. I can't exactly articulate what a mummy film is. I guess I know one when I see one. This is an Exorcist clone.
Yes.
Just employing some ancient Egyptian trappings.
I did think there was an irony when we're first introduced to that. No, it's not when we're first introduced to her. After they do the time jump, I think the first time we see the detective.
Yeah.
Is it Zara or something?
Dude, why are you asking me that?
Because you have notes. You have things written down.
Okay, fine. Her name is not in the notes.
Great. The detective, we'll call her.
Yes.
When she's kind of telling them that your daughter was found in a sarcophagus that fell out of a plane, steady on, love. She was saying, like, oh, we suspect that this was a case of
We
human
suspect foul play.
trafficking. We think something's wrong
yeah.
here. Yeah, they were saying like possible human trafficking because what they do in order to remain hidden, they smuggle things inside our history, I think is how she puts it.
Right.
And yeah, I did think there was an irony to the fact that the film, which is, as you say, an Exorcist clone calling itself a mummy film,
Right.
had that scene in there where she's like, oh, we're hiding it in Egyptian iconography.
It's smuggling,
Yeah.
a film, yeah, absolutely. And that, plus the insanely indulgent 2-hour 15 runtime.
Yeah, there was no need for that.
No. That leads me to the conclusion that Cronin was trying to make a definitive horror movie.
Okay.
You know what I mean? With all those influences.
I mean, definitive in the sense that, yep,
It is
that's a horror
film.
movie.
Yeah, okay. But you know what
Doing
I'm
all
saying?
things.
Like, oh, that's like a classic. All the things he's referenced, like he knows his horror that way.
Okay.
The fact that his name has been slapped onto the title only adds to the sense this was meant to be an auteur piece, when in fact it's conventional jump scare terrain with gore, bodily emissions, and general grossness for good measure. It earns neither that foulness nor its nastiness. The grandmother being attacked, being eaten by coyotes, the girl slurping up her embalming fluid.
Yeah.
The grandmother is treated really poorly in this film.
yeah, she
I
is,
felt
yeah.
bad for the actress. On the plot level, who cares? Only to say that it's some bullshit that the magician filmed the ritual and the rationale for it. You know what I
And
mean?
burns it onto VHS tape.
Yeah. That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
The film started off as something I knew I wouldn't.
Also, who's the cameraman? Because she's in the footage.
Don't they film like the whole, like all the cult around the...
But when she's doing the chanting,
Yes.
so that the as you say, the puke goes from the old mummy into the girl.
Yes.
The camera's moving back and forth between
Yes.
the two. So there's a cameraman. Someone's filming that.
Magic. Magic is filming it. Yeah, it started off as something I knew I wouldn't particularly like, but innocuous enough. And then the more it proceeded, I took against it more and more. And by the final movement, where it descends into just full-blown horror, I'd soured completely.
Yeah.
Especially when it tries to end with some sense of heart, the father's sacrifice, the holding hands. And it isn't even a sacrifice, ultimately. Right?
Yeah, what do you think of that? Because
That's really terrible writing.
yeah,
Is what I think of
because
it.
it's like, okay, I see what they're doing. The father, it's a shame because like at the beginning they kind of set up both of the parents, and throughout most of the film it's both of the parents
Yeah.
struggling with the fact that their daughter was turned into something.
Yes.
And they're having to deal with that. But it feels like in the finale the mother kind of isn't really involved in it. It's the detective and the father trying to trap her.
Yes.
Or to trigger the mummy to go into him. And then they put him in the box. So yeah, as you say, ultimately he's sacrificed. The daughter is still able to communicate with him in Morse code. So even though he's possessed, he can still converse with her and
Yes.
have a relationship with her. I was like, okay, that's the ending of the film.
Yeah. It's like the end of Shaun of the Dead, where Ed is gone, but he's still there.
He'll still play games with
Yeah,
Sean
yeah,
in
yeah.
the shed.
Yes.
Possibly forever, because Sean's never going to grow up.
No, he does grow up. He has...
Oh no, yeah, he has responsibilities now.
Yeah.
And then they just find the magician from earlier in the film and put the mummy into her.
Yeah.
And that's...
So, listen, for a gnarly horror film, it's actually one of the more optimistic endings I've
Yeah.
seen. Like, my own rotten feelings aside.
Yeah. I would have at least thought that the damage to the daughter would have been beyond repair at that point.
Well,
'Cause
that's
she's
like-
tearing her skin off for most of the film.
Yeah, the only true loss is the grandmother, and the Egyptian detective ends up talking like Nick Nolte.
Yeah. Yeah.
They even gain, like they get the daughter back.
Yeah.
The proper ending would involve them reckoning and making peace with the fact that she's really gone, right? And the family has to heal. I did not like it,
Okay.
this film. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if the film would have been better, because it's called The Mummy, so we all know going in what it is.
Yeah.
But the fact that they just kind of show you all the mummy stuff at the very beginning, and then most of the film is then the characters having to learn what this mummy
Yes.
thing is. It's like, but I know.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for them to know so that the film can happen.
Yeah, the handling of information, you gotta really choose a lane there,
Yeah.
you know?
It starts too early and ends too late. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
if you cut out all the mummy stuff in the beginning, you lose that optimistic ending.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have made it a good film, but maybe a better one.
Yeah, not good.
No.
Not a
Not a
recommendation.
recommendation. No.
Okay. Balls up, sailor.
So what is Balls Up? Well, it's a few things. It's a noughties comedy, release date notwithstanding, starring Paul Walter Hauser and Mark Wahlberg. It's the name of the condom that Paul Walter Hauser invents in the film that covers both the cock and the balls. It's the inciting incident where he and Mark Wahlberg unintentionally interfere with a penalty at the World Cup final and cost Brazil the title. It's also the fact that literally thousands of people were complicit in the conceptualization, production, and containment breach of this film. So, in regard to this film, the balls up are numerous.
It works on multiple levels.
It does, yeah. Maybe just beats Killer Whale as the most kind of title of the episode.
Written by Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick of Zombieland.
Oh, okay.
Deadpool, and many, many pants films.
Yeah.
Zombieland is the outlier.
Okay.
I know people like Deadpool.
I don't.
Neither do I.
No.
They also co-created Twisted Metal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they do you know if they did the second season?
I don't know.
Okay, because the second season was an improvement.
I think they're still involved.
Okay.
I could be totally wrong. Directed by Peter Farrelly, who's brought us Green Book, which is very much the aberration. Early on, he made some okay comedies. Later on, some very, very bad ones. Stuck on You, Hall Pass, Movie 43, and Ricky Stenicki.
Yeah, those are bad.
Of which this is a snug bedfellow.
Yeah.
It's visually bland. It should go without saying the film doesn't exactly take advantage of everything cinema has to offer.
Everything its locations has to offer, because it's mostly set in Brazil.
Yeah.
Very colourful, very vibrant place, and you wouldn't really know it, would you?
You wouldn't.
Just given the flat lighting of
it's
the
a
affair.
set the camera up and riff
Yeah.
deal. And if it isn't, it feels that way. It's riddled with the improv ambiance. It's an odd couple dynamic. One too loose, one too straight. Do you think they might even each other out? Though neither Paul Walter Hauser nor Mark Wahlberg's characters consent to be characters, especially the latter. Marky Mark isn't even a disappointment anymore. He's a man that once did some good things.
Yeah.
And he continues to look like Mark Wahlberg. So you are occasionally given pause to reflect on that.
It's an odd pairing, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, it feels like another life with him. Hauser is when I sort of thought, I'm sure he's back to being annoying for you. With his face and the fat face and squinting.
Yeah, I guess this film, if anything positive can be taken away from it, it proved that I have really turned a corner with Paul Walter Hauser.
Yes.
But I think it's also helped by the fact that what I hated about him in his early days, when he was in films like this, is that he was doing the fat gurning thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was just kind of talking.
But that's
breathing.
I can't help but find that his visage amusing. I can't.
But it's all he did.
A fat... So what? What else is needed?
But that's the thing. It's like, oh, you're just going to rely on that. That's going to be your career.
Okay.
You're just going to be doing that.
That's funny.
Yeah, you're laughing at it because it's me. Not because it's a funny thing.
Okay.
But then he went on to do Blackbird. He did Luckiest Man in America.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you're getting better.
Yes.
And now he's playing the straight man in these films. So he's doing something slightly different. But yeah, it didn't feel like we've regressed with him.
Yeah, he is the one that's too straight.
Yeah.
But neither of them are the straight man, really. They're both kind of... There isn't like a quirky one and a normal one. They're both just kind of bland. One is... He's a bit more anal retentive.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg's...
And the other one is like a beer and... But there's not like... It's not the odd couple.
No, he's the more animated one, Mark Wahlberg, because he's the salesman. So he's got
the
more,
people person.
Yeah, he's got more patter to him than Paul Walter Hauser.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not even like you said, it's not even a interesting or severe contrast between these two.
No, it's not a big contrast.
But it's just the casting choices. Why those two?
It is strange.
Because it's one of those things where I know films are ultimately made to be out there in the world, and
Yes.
You make a film like this. It's okay, we want to make a comedy. We want to make some money off that. Let's just find some people to put in this film. But I don't know whether it's just me imposing something on this or not. But these types of films where you've got those pairings, they often feel deliberate. Like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Kevin Hart. It's like, okay, that is a pairing that they are trying to make happen.
Yes.
Already, because they did plenty of films together. It's just like you put the two of them together in a film. It's like, okay.
Well, it's just little and large. It's there already. It's done for you. Yeah.
Whereas Paul Walter Hauser and Mark Wahlberg, why those two? That doesn't feel like an intentional pairing. That just feels like two guys that were hired to do a film.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sales, the elevator pitch wasn't, right, hear me out.
Yeah.
Paul Walter Hauser and Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no. Eric Andre shows up briefly, and he does continue to disappoint. How is the man behind such anarchy as the Eric Andre show been hoovered into this mainstream slop?
Again, that's the thing. Well, you could say the same about Sacha Baron Cohen, which I imagine you're going to in a moment.
Well, I mean, he's been doing mainstream slop for some time, but yes.
But consider his origins at the very least.
Yes.
Just the fact, two of the most anarchic comedic presences in their various times are both in this film, being not that... Well, I guess Sacha Baron Cohen's kind of anarchic.
In the film?
Yeah.
How?
Well, he's just like, he's the crazy
but
foreign guy. I'm going to kill you.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not.
The character is crazy, but
Yeah.
when we're talking about anarchy, we're talking about kind of breaking the rules of the form.
Yeah, it's not Borat and it's not Ali G.
No.
And Eric Andre is not Eric Andre. He's just a guy
Yes.
that won't get
Well, it's
fucked
like
by a
Eric
woman.
Andre was like, he'd play like the best friend in a sitcom that didn't make it.
Yeah.
And then the Eric Andre show. And now that's might well be over. He's kind of gone back. He's in films now, but it's just like you always wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
It's like the best thing you did by far is the Eric Andre show. I don't know. The script is dreadful. It's of the kind that thinks a condom company is inherently comical.
There's a script.
Well, yeah, I know. For all we can say about the production, its cardinal sin is that it isn't funny. It relies on the most hackneyed tropes of mature American comedy, karaoke, foreign stereotypes, animals on drugs, dick jokes, silly accents. Grimsby was already the salient point of comparison for me.
Yeah.
Before Sacha Baron Cohen himself showed up. Academy Award nominee Sacha Baron Cohen to do a silly accent. I know it's not meant to be taken seriously, but that doesn't quite excuse the lazy writing that forgoes any sense of escalation and has the pair endlessly lucking out.
Yeah.
They accomplish nothing.
Yeah.
They always just get lucky.
Yeah.
You know?
I did think of Grimsby as well. Was there like a scene in that where Mark Strong had to like suck his dick or something? Suck Sacha Baron Cohen's?
What, to get like venom out? I don't know.
I know they
just because the football was...
I know they had to jerk off an elephant while inside another elephant's vagina.
They had to hide in an elephant's vagina,
Yeah, and then another elephant comes along and they had to make it come so it would leave.
That's right.
But in this, there's like those fish in the Amazon that swim up your dick.
There's always a dick thing.
Yeah, well, it's like they had to do that. I was like, oh, I think that scene made me think of Grimsby.
Okay.
I can't remember if there's an equivalent in Grimsby, but...
I don't know.
Yeah, that was the point where I was like, I said in the intro that this was like a noughties comedy, despite the fact it's come out in the 2020s. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
The spirit of it very much feels like it's of
Yes,
that era.
but I wouldn't say... Because some people have said it's a throwback. And it's not a throwback. It's just the guy who made it has only ever made films like that. He's not doing a retro noughties film.
It doesn't feel like a modern film trying to capture the spirit of that era. It feels like a film that was made in that era.
Yes, a guy just doing it the way he's always done it. Yeah.
We've used that as a compliment before, I'm sure. Where we've said it feels like something that existed of the time and of a certain time, where things were simpler and you didn't have to deal with all the modern bullshit of things and whatnot.
Yes,
that didn't feel like an advantage here.
Well, here's the thing: the pre-woke noughties comedies, most of them, while spared from the strictures of a stifling cultural climate, were rubbish.
Yeah.
Most films are not very good. They have to, by definition, So, yeah, like, that alone is not enough, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't care about political correctness. Great. Is it funny?
Yeah.
It's not enough to just say outrageous things.
Yeah, it's funny because we haven't seen it yet because I think it's literally just come out or is about to come out. Scary Movie, the newest Scary Movie.
Yeah, just come out, yeah.
Yeah, obviously the big part of its marketing campaign was fuck the woke bullshit, we're going to be funny and we're going to be offensive and we're not going to bend the knee to any kind of modern concessions. 25%?
Now, this is one where I need to see the film because...
I am making a point before seeing it, I will admit that, yeah.
No, it's valid. It's not like I'm not a fan of those films.
Yeah.
I never... But the marketing for that has been, we're going back to an older self-comedy. So I don't know if the poor reviews are reflective of...
its quality or the fact that it's...
Yeah. We don't like the fact that it's doing that. So, that is very low.
Yeah.
So it probably is bad. All of them are bad. The first Scary Movie is bad. But I got that in my mind to just kind of keep, a fact to keep in mind.
Yes.
But yes, this tries to do all the Brazil things as far as Americans are concerned anyway. Besides Pelé, the most famous Brazilian is probably Gisele Bündchen, the supermodel. So, of course, she gets a pseudo cameo. There's also the rainforest, waterfalls, toad licking, cocaine, and institutional corruption. There's one moment I found a little funny, and that was the HR guy quietly opening his file when the vibrator started buzzing across the table.
Oh, okay.
He starts doing that, and it's because it's understated. He doesn't do a face.
Yeah.
It just cuts to him, and he just opens his file like, okay, here we go. And there's one moment at which I chuckled, despite myself, the sound of a man gagging.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
Right.
Hard pass.
Okay.
A red card.
Use the terms.
There we go.
Yeah, no, it's
bad.
It's bad, yeah. It's not just that it's not funny, it's just a bad film.
It's a bad film. Yeah. Spider-Noir.
Set in an alternate universe 1930s New York. Is it just the 1930s in that universe, or is the entire universe the 1930s?
There are anachronisms in this show.
Yes.
I know it's not quite what you're asking about.
No.
But there are anachronisms in this show that could be written off as, but it's an alternate 1930s.
Yes.
Not having it.
Okay.
Not having
Right,
it.
okay.
It's too committed to it in every other way.
Yeah.
So, but carry on.
Anyway, Nicolas Cage plays Private Eye Ben Reilly, so called because he's been Reilly reluctant to continue operating as the vigilante superhero, the Spider. Sam does not look impressed. However, when he starts encountering mob boss Silvermane's superpowered goons and a femme fatale behaving all femme and fatalian, he dons the mask once more and bravely contacts Amazon customer support to try and get an answer as to why there's no option to watch the show in black and white through the Prime Video app on an Amazon Fire Stick. What do you mean the option isn't available on certain devices? It's called Spider-Noir. Of course I want to watch it in black and white. HBO Max lists the ASL version of The Pit as a separate entry. Why can't you?
Before we get to your axe that you have to grind.
Oh no, I've grounded it. I've groaned
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
She's not even
An
fatale.
hour! I was contacted, Amazon, explain.
She's not femme fatalian. She's femme phasian.
Oh, my mistake.
Okay.
Screw the wordplay. It's kind of not accurate.
That's right. Gotta be accurate in your wordplay. So monochrome and CG is not the greatest marriage.
No, but how much of that is... So yeah, the show was filmed in colour, but there's also a black and white version, right?
No, everything's filmed in colour. The world is colour.
No, but my point is they didn't use black and white cameras to film this. They filmed it understanding that a version of this would be available in colour. They didn't film for black and white.
Yes, they filmed for black and white.
They did film for black and white.
Not in black and white.
No.
But for black and white.
Okay.
Yes.
You know this, or that's your theory?
I know that.
You know that, okay.
Yes.
Because I would say that they filmed it in colour, but then also did a black and white pass.
No.
Okay.
Why do you think that?
Because,
It's clearly designed for black and white.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, it does feel like a show that's meant to exist in black and white.
Yeah.
And we both watched the black and white
Yeah.
version, and I think we would both say that's the way to watch it.
Yes.
But I think my point was going to be that if you're going to film something in colour, you have to accommodate for the fact that it's going to be in colour. You can't...
Right.
If it's in black and white, you only have to worry about the lights, really, because the colour...
Yes.
is less, the colour palette of the show is less
yeah.
important. Whereas with colour, you have to make those considerations.
Yes.
So I was going to ask you, is the problem that because they had to accommodate for colour, the CG was also done to accommodate for colour, and so that kind of suffers a little bit when put into black and white?
Yes, to a degree. I just think it's not the greatest marriage at the best of times, is sort of my point.
Yeah.
I'm not criticising how it was done here, necessarily. They're two different worlds.
Yes.
They're two different worlds.
Yeah. But you can mostly tell, if that's the point you're trying to make, I think you can mostly tell when there's CG.
Oh, you can, yeah. I love good black and white photography. This is somewhere between Mank and Sin City.
Okay.
In how it looks. When things switch to the purely physical, there is a definite disjunct.
Okay.
And that photography is on point, as is the music, although the theme song evoked Bond more than it did the show's influences.
Didn't love the theme song.
No. There's a Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, what the fuck's that doing there? You were talking about your anachronisms. The Wilhelm scream was like the 1950s, I think that was first introduced.
I don't actually know when it was used.
And sure, whatever. You want to put that in.
But if it was 30s, yeah, you'd be like, okay, fine.
Yeah, it didn't actually exist at this point.
It didn't exist. Oh, but it's an alternate 1950s.
No, it's an alternate, yeah.
Yeah, see? So you can see it's bullshit.
But also it's like when he's invading France, right? So it's even further back in time. It's like in the 10s or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, soldier gets killed and there's a Wilhelm scream and it's like, thanks, that's ruined it for me.
Yeah. The show's skillful recapitulation of the tropes, of the noir tropes, does deserve credit, though I will add that the ingredients are very much codified in the cookbook of culture.
Okay.
It's not the hardest thing to emulate, classic noir, but it does look like a modern show in monochrome. Not of its period, in that sense.
Yeah.
The camera work and editing is similarly of the now. There are anachronisms in the dialogue that reek of modern sensibilities. That was weird. Like someone does something and goes, that was weird.
I think at one point the assistant says, say less.
Say less.
To
and don't be a dick.
Okay.
A dick wasn't a pejorative at all until the 60s. Like, to call someone a dick.
Yeah.
It wasn't insulting.
Okay.
Moreover, its treatment of race, black social mobility, female social mobility with a secretary, the nightclub femme fatale being Asian. I'm not saying I want the men slapping the women about saying you're hysterical,
Yeah.
But there's something between that and what we got.
Well, I think in the first couple of episodes, I was under the impression that, the show's just not going to deal with that. Or it doesn't think that's a problem. I think maybe because the black reporter seemed to be going wherever he wanted quite comfortably.
Yeah, it's not like he's timid or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I think something happens later, in a later episode. It's like, oh no, it is a problem. It is a consideration.
But if you're doing if you're going to do the alternate thing, why not do what they do like Bridgerton and just ignore the colorblind thing? Black people are equal in this.
Especially since the show is literally in black and white. It's just like...
Yeah.
It kind of doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
There's a whole filter that we're putting on this.
Yes. Yeah. We watched it in black and white, and having done so, I don't know why you'd want to in colour.
No.
The production was lit and crafted for black and white. The contrasts, the light streaming in through the windows, the Dutch angles, though they are overused.
Yeah.
It's one big homage. The Maltese Falcon setup, the hard-boiled gumshoe dialogue, the banter between Cage and his secretary, the slight affectation of Cage's accent, and occasionally the cartoonish affectation of Cage's accent. See? They actually add a meta component to his affect, because of course they do. They can't let a thing just be itself. Cage is fine.
I liked him.
Okay, I think he's fine.
Okay. Why do you think he's fine?
Yeah, he's fine.
Why?
Oh, why?
Yeah.
As in, why don't I think he's better than I do?
Yeah?
Well, I just don't. I mean, it's not, I can't justify that, really. It's not like I think he's bad.
Okay.
I think he's fine.
What do you think, in your mind, is there anything stopping this from becoming like a really good Nicolas Cage performance? Because I think a lot of the Nicolas Cage hallmarks are in there, right?
No, there's no such thing. This is a misunderstanding, a fundamental misunderstanding of Nicolas Cage. There is no such thing as a Nicolas Cage performance.
Okay.
Leaving Las Vegas, Adaptation, Face Off, Pig. He's different in all of them.
He is.
He's
but
versatile.
there's also a character to a certain type of performance.
There is a speed at which he can operate.
Yeah.
That insane thing. This isn't that.
No, it's not. He's not insane in this.
It's not even mad. I mean,
he's cartoonish, as you put
not
it.
really.
No.
There's a bit of affectation to his accent, and there are scenes where they have him behaving a bit like a spider.
Yeah.
That's the most, by the traditional understanding of a Nicolas Cagey type thing.
Yeah.
Is when he's sitting down, moving his arms and being a bit arachnidy.
Yeah.
No, he's just a normal guy, basically, in this.
Okay.
I felt the age difference between the 62-year-old Cage and the 42-year-old but looks younger, Lee Jun-Lee.
Yeah.
The look disparity too. Come on, she'd not be with him.
I was surprised when they actually went in that direction. I guess that's because that's what noir things do.
She's a femme fatale,
The femme fatale, but it was like, okay, I didn't think they were going to go
agree,
this way.
Yeah. Cameron Britton briefly features.
Where? When?
He's in the first episode. He gets killed pretty quickly.
Oh.
Yeah.
I missed him.
Oh, right, okay. Not so brief are Brandon Gleeson, whose accent, unless I have a tin ear for regional nuances, is guard voice, right?
Is it?
Basically. It's that flavour of Ireland. That kind of...
No, he's talking about the spider.
Yeah.
He's doing
What a beautiful
he's
morning.
really pushing it at certain times.
The guard is thick.
Yeah, but he's pushing it here as well, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what he's doing, I think. And Jack Houston... There was a flutter of something in my heart at the notion of Richard Harrow surviving to the 30s.
I was going to say, once again, not in possession of his entire face at times, right?
No, yeah. But otherwise with half his face restored.
What is Sandman? Because he plays Sandman.
Yeah.
He's
a criminal that falls into a machine.
Yeah, I understand that bit of it. But in terms of is he just a guy made of sand?
Or does he turn into sand?
Does he have sand-based powers? He was just a strong guy.
He can become sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not to his own benefit. He just becomes...
Oh, I don't know. I don't care.
No,
I don't
only
want to talk about that.
Only because
Yeah.
I think there's 3 of them, right? There's Sandman, Tombstone, and Megawatt.
Yeah.
Tombstone is just a strong guy whose skin is impervious.
Yes.
That is in there. That is
Yeah.
what he is in this show. Megawatt is an electrical guy who can
Yes.
suck up electricity and spit it back out. That happens. That's what he's doing. Sandman is just a strong guy who parts of him look like sand.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. Like, I don't know if the show is just like missing a trick there, or if I just misunderstand what Sandman is.
In Spider-Man 3, he's a guy that can, like, make his arms sand into, like, a big hammer.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
It doesn't really do that in this, right? The sand,
I don't think so.
The sand is more just oh god, I'm turning into sand.
Yeah, it's more like body horror-y.
Yeah.
Yeah. Megawatt is annoying as fuck. As fuck. Like, if you're gonna do the whole self-aware thing with Cage's character, who's modelling himself after noir leads, you can't have another character be a Chicago Dick Tracy comic strip stereotype like, hey, bub.
There is a component of performance to him, though, right? Because I feel like in the final fight at the end.
You like this show?
No,
you're defending everything.
I am
opposing
simply
everything I'm saying.
playing devil's advocate here, because I feel like there is a point to be made here.
Yeah.
When they're outside the marquee for the final fight, he says, doesn't he? Like, I always dreamed of being a star on Broadway. Look at me now, ma. So it's like, I guess he was always kind of this.
Can you do that without him being annoying?
Absolutely, you can.
Yes.
I would argue they kind of do that with Nicolas Cage. I didn't find him annoying.
No, Nicolas Cage isn't annoying.
He's not annoying at all.
No.
This guy, yeah. I didn't like him either.
Yeah. It's too much.
But in that final fight, I was like, okay, is that the show trying to justify why he is the way he is?
Yeah, all I know is he annoyed me. That's all I know.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree with you.
I briefly sampled the colorized version just to get a sense of the thing. It's better than its peers. It's not lazy. It's not... the processing is of a higher quality.
Yeah,
than
and it's
these things
colourful,
usually.
right? There's actual proper
It's
colour
colourful.
grading.
Yeah. The colour's been accentuated. But it is post-production, that kind of colour grading.
Okay.
And it's flatter. The score is the same, which doesn't fit.
No.
Offering both at the same time is, I think, a mistake. Maybe down the line, something for fans, like they did with Mad Max. I understand Cage's impulse, because it was his idea to do this.
Yes.
But I think it's misguided. I will badmouth anyone younger than me all the live long day, but I don't think black and white would turn them off. Not for a superhero project.
Yeah, not for Spider-Man.
No, and we're in the postmodern age. Like I've already said, noir is sharply codified in its texts, but you don't have to be a hobbyist to be familiar with the tropes. Pop culture knows noir.
This show came into existence because of the Spider-Verse movies.
Yes.
And while not directly connected to those, I mean, Lord and Miller are executive producers, but I think their name is probably there just because they came from Spider-Verse. But, I mean, in that film, in those films, they make a point of him coming from a black and white universe.
Yes.
The actual fabric of that universe is black and white. The character is entirely monochrome in his design. His webbing is black as well. That character is meant to exist in black and white. There was a lot of humour to write from the... Like, he had a Rubik's Cube and he was like, what the fuck is this?
Okay.
All these colours. No, I'm just making the point that, it feels like having a colour version is something I disagree with as well.
It's redundant. Yeah. But yeah, pop culture is very well versed in noir. We know, like, the Dame She and the femme fatales and the shadows. I think young people would get it. I didn't care about the plot, because after all the cookies and punch, you have to invest in the characters and the story.
Yeah.
It's like stand-up, right? The right attitude or persona is great, but it needs to be buoyed by jokes. If this wasn't a spin-off, you'd think, hang on, why the spider thing? Right? I think you would. It doesn't coexist comfortably with everything else. Him being Spider-Noir. It's like, okay.
There are superheroes, though, right?
Yeah. Not that he's a superhero.
And he comes from the same origin.
It's such a noir just thing.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's a spider. Like, okay, let's say you were building this from the ground floor. You would not make him a spider character, would you? Does he even feel like he did in Spider-Verse? Like, I know absurdity will go by the wayside whenever your amusing side character becomes your lead.
Yeah.
But this isn't him, right? Like, he was pantomimically brooding in Spider-Verse. He's quippy and bogartic here.
Yeah, I think...
He's not that, I'm an emo. That's not what he is in this film.
It feels like rather than this being... It feels like what I said it was, which is this is a show that came into existence because of Spider-Verse, but it's not a product of Spider-Verse.
No, it's not.
No.
Yeah. I found I was experiencing some resistance to this.
Okay.
So I tried to drill into why, and I think this is the most of it. It's not like I'm protective over film noir, but it's just like, get your grubby paws off it.
Okay.
It's the same thing they did with WandaVision and the American sitcom. Not everything is for everyone.
Right, okay.
This isn't for you, Marvel. It's like Louis C.K. turning down Jimmy Fallon for a job. It might not be the highest of moral high grounds, but fuck it, you have plenty of everything else. There's also that sense of, oh, you'll just use anything, won't you?
Okay.
Like, to legitimize yourself. They can sink money into this because they have it to burn. There's like Mark Corrigan to Jeremy. You'll say anything, won't you? Words don't mean a thing to you, do they?
Yeah.
And like those Pooniverse dopes. Oh, we'll have a noir now, you know? It's not that they disrespect the genre, and I'm sure those involved have some love of it. No, I'm not sure of that, actually.
Right.
This is an IP spin-off of Spider-Verse. It didn't emerge organically. Plenty of good things don't, sure. But it's not personal, it's corporate. It feels like a remix. Maybe I will cheer up down the line or something, but once I unpacked my aversion, I couldn't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Okay.
When you watch Miller's Crossing, you think, the Coens really love this stuff. When you watch Brick, you think, Ryan Johnson really loves this stuff. Showrunner Orion Uziel, co-writer of 22 Jump Street, The Lost City, and Escape Room Tournament of Champions, writer of The Cloverfield Paradox, story writer of Mortal Kombat, uncredited writer on Sonic the Hedgehog, quote, provider of literary material for Strays, Borderlands, Craven the Hunter, and a Minecraft movie.
Right.
For all of Spider-Noir's trappings, can you honestly feel the love? Maybe he's waited his whole life to make a noir project. I don't care to find out. But look at that filmography. He's a hired hand. He's a hack. No way this is an Uziel joint, whatever that is.
I know what you're saying, yeah. Also, there's a component of, you'd think it's a Spider-Man show, but Spider-Man is being played by Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
And it's 1930s noir.
Yes.
It's a detective noir
Yes.
thing. Oh, these have the ingredients to be a very unique thing. And it didn't take me long when I was watching it to think, this is a Batman show.
Yes, there's that too.
Really? I mean, you know, replace... But Batman is also a detective.
Yeah.
He doesn't have superpowers, but grappling hooks, spider webs.
Gotham is basically black and white.
Gotham is basically black and white, and modelled after New York City to a certain degree.
Chicago. But yeah, it kind of conceived in the 30s when films were black and white. I know it was a comic strip and everything, but yeah.
Batman does have supervillains that are ultimately just kind of supercharged thugs.
Yes.
Working for a criminal. Like a mob boss.
The superhero, the rogues gallery tends to have they share a certain nature of the supervillainy, right? So Spider-Man villains are scientific experiments gone awry.
Yes.
Batman villains are thugs, they're criminals, the Chicago mob bosses. But
also you've got, on the more sort of extreme levels, you've got...
Clayface.
You've got Clayface, sure. But, you know, Batman uses fear as a weapon, so Scarecrow traffics in fear.
Yes.
Batman is an agent of order, and so the Joker is an agent of chaos.
Yes.
Whereas I was watching Spider-Noir, I was like, oh yeah, this is basically just a Batman show, but Spider-Man's in it.
Pretty much.
I was like, okay. It's not as unique as I thought it would be then.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fine. But it's not special. I think the wool has been pulled over everyone's eyes, to be honest. The project has been forthcoming for some time.
Yeah.
Momentum has built around it. He was a breakout character in Spider-Verse, and everyone is so bought into the hope of this being a cool show. It's sunk cost. I was relatively curious to see how this was produced, and then I did, and had another 7 episodes ahead, which makes it a gimmick to me. There's a scene where Cage gets a child to dress up and act the part of Bogart, so that the silhouette behind the blinds will make it look like there's someone home. And I can't contrive a more perfect metaphor if I tried.
Okay.
That's, I didn't dislike it. It's fine. It's just, everyone's like, oh my god, the show's so, it's like, you just wanted it to be good. Okay. Everyone really bought into this being a cool thing.
Okay.
And it's fine. I noticed, it came out, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I haven't heard about it since. Not once.
Okay.
Not once. Have you?
No, not really.
But at the time, everywhere.
Yeah.
I know things move on quickly now, but there's usually some residue.
You'd expect there to be some lasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, look at Obsession.
Right.
You know, that's unprecedented increase in its second week viewing figures.
Yeah. I'm seeing stuff about it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I liked it more than you.
Oh yeah, almost certainly.
That's fairly clear to me. But yeah, I guess what I just said is like, oh, this is less special than I thought it would be.
Yes. Yeah, it's not
I don't know if
special.
that ultimately makes it disappointing, because I still watched it and enjoyed it for the most part. But yeah, I don't think it was the home run that I hoped it would be.
No, I can say I wasn't disappointed because I really didn't have any hopes for it.
Okay. I had some.
Yeah, you really like Spider-Noir and everything, don't you?
Well, I think it was just the fact as well that, like, okay, look beyond this project. Maybe this opens the door for weirder kind of iterations of...
But that's kind of what I
Like, we're not just going to do the Spider-Man thing again. It's not just going to be more
Yeah.
Spider-Man. It's kind of more weirder versions.
But we've done the weird. There's been plenty of weird superhero projects at this point. WandaVision is a weirder, one.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse itself is a pretty weird one.
Yeah.
They can do what they want, and that's kind of what I'm like. Oh, we'll have a noir now. Like that will make us legitimate. Marvel's going to do a noir now,
Yeah.
and it's like just do Marvel.
Was it Marvel or Sony? I think this is a Sony thing.
But like Marvel as in not.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Just do the superhero thing. That's what you do.
Okay.
Do that. Don't
All right.
do noir. Don't. That's it.
Okay.
I
you go.
I wouldn't discourage people from watching it.
No, not at
And
all.
if you do watch it in black and white,
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I guess that is ultimately your decision, and I've seen plenty of people online going, well, look at these, like, pretentious dickheads who watch it in black and white.
called Spider-Noir, dude.
It's the design
Yeah.
of the show is meant to be seen in black and white. And I know that there are people online that have been like, dude, the option just shows up for you.
Yeah.
But as I've alluded to, not on every device. So there are people out there
Yeah.
for whom it's going to be difficult to find the black and white version.
Yeah. Last thing, I did say I don't think young people would be turned off.
No.
But I have seen a couple of comments where guys are like, oh, my girlfriend wouldn't watch this with me in black and white, but she might if it's in colour.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the dopey dames aren't your target audience anyway. That's not your demographic. Women, and then again, that's changed these days.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Enough. Let's move on to the final thing,
Okay.
which is Saturday Night Live UK.
Live from London. It's a big load of shite.
I'll do.
Yeah, it's Saturday Night Live, but it's the UK version.
Yeah, created by Lorne Michaels. I don't know what that means exactly, but he's the SNL Grand Poobah. The American team apparently came over to point us in the right direction before leaving us to it, and that's quite enough with us, I think. I watched the first episode alone. Swiftly over me did a despair descend.
Yes.
The opening sketch involves Keir Starmer talking to Trump like he's his girlfriend, with a Gen Z advisor in tow. My skin crawled. It started beneath my right eye, travelled down my face, around the nape, and down my back. I was cringing repeatedly. I was clenching my teeth. One of the many reasons is because this was a chance to represent. And I do have some measly residual national pride. If it was SNL Wales, I think I'd have had a coronary. My neck tensed up, I got a headache, my throat went dry, I got chills, I had to keep measuring my heart rate. I almost cried. And so I wrote, it might be medically inadvisable to carry on week to week with this. But you made me. And none of those feelings
You were gonna watch this
none of
anyway.
those feelings went away. So I'll try and stay composed and cogent for this, but I hated it, and I hate you too.
You don't hate me. I'm just making sure that you stayed on track with it.
It's keeping me, my supervisor.
This is the only time we've referred to the spreadsheet before.
Yes.
We have a spreadsheet where Sam will kind of like, right, this is what we're going to talk about in the episode. This is what you need to watch before we record.
Yes.
This is the only thing.
Yeah.
The only thing where you have ever given me some sort of disclaimer
Oh yeah, I forgot.
in the form of a clip from Breaking Bad where Walter White goes, my suggestion is you tread lightly. That said everything that I needed to be said.
I forgot about
think.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first episode, we both watched it separately, and then
Yes.
from then on, we had to get through
if
it
we're going to
together.
do this, yeah, we'll have to do it together. Look, sketch comedy is patchy by nature.
Yeah.
Live sketch comedy even more so. But much of this season barely rises above Scratch Night standard.
Yeah.
On multiple levels. The performances, the writing, the production. I have seen far superior performers and scripts in the few local things in which I've been involved. And that is not the largest sample size. This SNL cast is not the cream of the crop.
No, but it's all relatively unknowns, right?
But that's something like, we have an actor friend that somewhat resembles Al Nash, one
Okay.
of the guys in this.
Yeah.
At the very least, they'd be up for the same sorts of roles.
Yeah.
I just kept thinking how much better he would be.
No,
after,
yeah, absolutely. But that's the thing. The spirit of that. Which I think they pulled from the American one, right? Where it's mainly you bring on unknowns and then you can give them a platform.
You make them stars, from the show.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm glad that element made it across, that they're not just filling it with fucking Nish Kumar and, British talent, quote unquote.
They're too big for that.
Established British talent.
Yeah.
And also not as hosts, which was nice. I didn't have to put up with any of that. Just Jack Whitehall. That was the only British comedy person I had to put up with.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah.
But it also helps if you find talented people to put in that role.
What's that?
You can't just find an unknown and go, oh, that'll do.
No.
And in some instances, it feels like they did that. They just found a person that kind of fit the demographic they wanted to appeal to.
We need a black guy, we need a black woman.
Yeah, we need a gay guy, we need a Gen Zer.
Yes.
You'll do.
Right. I think per capita and in total, we trounce the Americans in comedy. Okay?
Yeah.
We are also capable...
I think even the Americans will admit that from time to time, right?
No, absolutely. There are a lot of American comedians you would respect and like are Anglophilic about comedy.
Yes.
We are also capable of supreme duds, right? In theory, a British SNL should outshine its cousin. But with a new school of comedians, I think our torch is condemned to extinguish. If they had put this together in the 90s or noughties, it could have been truly great. That generation coming out of Oxbridge and such. There's a show called Bruiser that ran for 6 episodes in 2000. It featured David Mitchell, Robert Webb, Olivia Colman, Matthew Holness, and Martin Freeman, as well as writers Richard Ayoade and Ricky Gervais. There was a time.
That is quite a lineup.
Yes. The time is not now, nor I doubt will it ever be again.
Yeah.
We can't go into every constituent element of the show that we loathed. We need to strike a balance between the general and the specific. So, it's nothing new, but if you have to announce who you're impersonating, you're off to a bad start.
Yes. But I feel like they were even announcing the impersonations where it was sort of clear what was... Like, we knew he was doing Keir Starmer.
Oh, yeah.
But I think they still have to announce he's Keir Starmer, right?
Hello, I'm Keir Starmer, whatever the fuck that voice is. There's a weekend update, of course. Many of the stories they cover aren't unique to Britain, which is fine. But as soon as you start having regionalised SNLs, how do you negotiate that?
Yeah.
Who gets what story, One of the hosts, Anya Magliano, is hot as hell, and there are 1 or 2 other hot players in the ensemble, but it's hollow sucker for a man bereft of jollity. It's an hour long, of course, a genuine strain on not just my attention and my patience, but my body. I can honestly say this show is bad for me. There would come a time every week where I'd have to go outside for a cigarette.
Yeah, you started smoking again.
Yeah.
Because of this
show. Audiences would applaud the appearance of cast members even in the early weeks when they were unknowns.
Yeah.
That was infuriating. Make them work for their supper. At the end of every episode, they would all hug. I know that's the tradition, and believe me, even on a significantly smaller scale, I understand the relief of having got through a show, but I don't give a fuck whether they've bonded with each other over the week. I don't know them. I deeply, fundamentally do not care about their happiness, right? In fact, besides Norm Macdonald, the funniest SNL thing ever, to me, is Steven Seagal, which is famously a hotbed of animosity. Like the whole thing around him being there. They hated him.
Yeah.
I understand the guest hosts might need to read prompts occasionally, but the actors, like, memorizing a lot of dialogue is demanding. But then what are you for? Hamed Animashon, he's the worst offender here. And amazingly, he's an award-winning actor. He's not the novice you'd think he is.
Oh, shit.
I know. There are too many filmed sketches. I know that's a big...
Yeah, it's called Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And if that's a product of the American version, that they seem to have half filmed sketches, half live ones.
It's a thing, yeah.
Ditch that. You're starting from scratch with this. This is your chance to do it properly.
Yeah, you're an Englishman. Have some integrity.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, they're designed for virality. That's the thing. And you can't guarantee a sketch will go viral. That's...
So?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
It's being performed live. Like, it could go off the rails. Whereas a filmed one, you can perfect that, But yeah, it's Saturday Night Live. Be pure or be queer or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how it goes, right?
2 musical performances feels like padding. And we're kind of criticising the other one as well at the same time. But
but again, these are things you could have addressed by adapting it. But they are just doing Saturday Night Live.
They are. And I know it's an hour to fill, and that's hard. But yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
Most of the sketches aren't even particularly topical or timely. Many could have been produced months beforehand.
Yeah.
As you might expect, the show's political bent is not one we share. jokes about the police, Israel, Palestine, all that. Par for the course, of course. Nonetheless idiotic. And characterised by a smugness informed by the misjudged sense they're going against the grain.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's one of the more frustrating things about, this modern branch of comedy, where it's like, oh, we're saying something controversial
They
while
think they're
saying
the underdogs, yeah.
the most uncontroversial things
Yes.
to a certain type of person.
To young people.
To
the
young people,
The people
yeah.
that are going to be watching it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, who's watching SNL UK on Sky One? It's, if anyone, it's young people.
Yeah, I was in work. Like, I was sitting at the lunch table in work amongst people for whom you would assume this would be the main demographic.
Yeah.
And on, like, the first week, there were a couple of people that were like, oh, the Diana sketch was really funny. People were, like, watching it.
Yeah.
But then there was another person where I was sitting down and I was like, oh, I've been watching Saturday Night Live UK. And she was like, what?
Yeah.
How long has that been going?
Because it's Sky One. Like, what's that now?
Yeah.
It was so hard for us to watch it when it was happening.
Yes.
Live, you know?
Yeah. If you don't have Sky,
Yeah.
then
You're fucked.
you're fucked.
Yeah.
And not that this is the type of thing you'd want to seek
No,
out
exactly,
for
yeah.
your own health,
Yeah.
but you want this to be, this. I guess they would hope that this would be a thing that would convince people to come
Yeah,
to
of course,
Sky.
yeah, absolutely. But no. There was one fairly consistent ray of sunshine through this onyx cloud.
Yes.
George Fouracres.
Yeah, I think in spite of the show that he was in,
Yes.
right, he sort of shone above everyone
He's
else.
by far the standout, head and shoulders.
Pretty much every sketch we liked, with the exception of the Operation one.
Yeah,
He's in it.
in some way, yeah.
And he's in it a lot. Like, he's the main focus of the sketch, like the Bastard Seagull
Yeah.
and the Jules Holland one.
Yeah.
He's the focus of all of those.
Yeah.
Even the Dad Swap one,
Yes.
what ends up becoming like a gay date or an incestuous dating app or whatever
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is, that felt like a I think you should leave sketch.
It just goes off the rails.
Yeah, like it's
yeah.
commercial, and then halfway through he just starts lamenting, like, I don't know why I did this.
Maybe this weren't a good idea.
Yeah. And it's like, oh yeah, that does feel
Yeah, his
like an idea.
his cadence, his accents, the 45-second skits.
Yeah, he's the only person to get that as
That
well.
gets his little spotlight.
Yeah.
Probably the most frequent corpser as well. But when he did it, I laughed with him.
Yeah.
You know? He's the thinking man's breakout star. And then there's the imbeciles version thereof, Jack Shep. He got his start on TikTok. I quote, a gay teenager posting skits online. He is quite untakeable, that Shep. Those are the broad strokes. To give our brains something to do week to week, we maintained rankings.
Yes.
So if you want to go into any individual element, we can, but let's not live in this for much longer.
I guess I'll need to say that usually when you being critical of comedy, doing a review of comedy can be difficult because the fallback argument is always, well, comedy is subjective,
Yes.
right? I've always said no, comedy is not subjective. Humor is subjective,
Right.
But comedy, there's an art to comedy. You can do bad comedy as well as you can do good comedy.
Yes, but that, within that, there's also good comedy that's not funny.
There is that,
Yes.
absolutely. But I think you can break down comedy to the point where you go, okay, this is objectively
Yeah.
well-constructed comedy, this is objectively poorly constructed comedy.
Yes.
And as you say, there's a layer on top of that where even if it's well done, you might not laugh at it. And I think that's where humour comes into it.
I was listening to something earlier. It was Howard Stern. Richard Belzer was on there.
Okay.
Comedian, dead now. And someone said something and he went, that's funny. That's funny. It's like, to me, that might be comedy, but it's not clearly not funny.
Yes.
You didn't laugh at it.
Yeah.
It's when someone says lol
Right.
instead of laughing out loud.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I think this is a great example of bad comedy, SNL. A lot of the sketches.
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Take the Paddington one, for example. The live Paddington...
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you hear that premise, you know where it's going. I knew where it was going anyway. I imagine you did as well.
Yeah,
it's a real bear.
It's a real bit.
That's the punchline.
Haha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to wait like another minute of build-up for them to actually reveal that it is indeed a real bear.
Yes.
And then the sketch goes on for another like minute and a half, 2 minutes of people just presenting injuries that the bear has given them.
Yeah. Bet he wasn't Peruvian though, was he?
It wasn't Peruvian,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
well, you've done the one joke. You're just making me sit here now for the rest of the duration.
Yeah.
There's a few instances of that where it feels like the sketch doesn't really have a punchline that it ends on. It just kind of
has to
peters
stop.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I get like it's week to week.
Yeah.
And they won't all be gold, but listen, a lot of them could have been written any time.
Yeah.
They really could. Like, let's leave like 3 spaces for topical sketches.
Yeah.
I don't believe they wrote everything week to week.
No.
I don't believe it.
The pork board sketch, which I know some people have praised.
Yes.
That's hardly timely, is it?
No, yeah, there are loads of them like that. Okay, so let's start with the performer rankings. Best to worst. George Fouracres.
Yes.
Annie Magliano.
Much further down.
Yeah,
there's a big gap.
There's a big gap between, but, she's hot.
Okay.
Larry Dean, not because he's hot.
Well, he's fine.
He's there.
Right? Yeah. And I think his accent work was decent.
Yes. Annabelle Marlowe, she's the other hot one.
Yeah, the other hot Gen Z.
Yeah. Al Nash.
Which is fine to say because they build a sketch around the fact that she's hot. The British pub one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Al Nash.
He's funny to look at.
Yeah. Celeste Dring.
Yeah, I hated Celeste String.
No, you didn't.
Did I not hate Celeste String?
We'll get to who you hated.
Oh, yes, I didn't hate Celeste String.
No.
Celeste String is kind of nothing. So nothing that I thought she was someone else for a moment.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ayawadi Bangboye, the black woman.
Yeah, I was convinced that I was seeing her in every episode.
Was it dark, George?
No. don't do that. Okay. She was the one where it was like whenever she turned up, it's like,
she's the only black woman. I'm going to blend into you.
That's my point. As soon as she turns up, it's like, oh, well, we haven't seen her in a while, have we?
Right, okay.
It always felt like it was ages between...
I know what you're saying.
The least used one, yeah.
Paddy Young, that fucking smile.
You don't like Paddy Young.
I really don't like Paddy Young.
Yeah.
Emma City, that's the one you don't
like.
She Dial it
awful.
down. Dial it down.
Yeah.
Hamed Animation and Jack Shep.
Yes, okay.
Host ranking, again, best to worst. Riz Ahmed.
Yeah,
his thing about being British actually endeared me to him because I know his politics. And when he's talking about, you know what, it unites us, cricket, being boring. It's like, okay, awful comedy. But, that makes me like you, actually. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And he has the only non-George Fouracre sketch that we laughed at, which is the Operation one.
And he's in the Seagull one.
One. Yeah, a lot of the good sketches come from his episode.
That's the best episode, probably.
Yeah.
On balance. Then Amy Lou Wood.
Yeah, who just kind of fits in.
She slides in nicely.
Yeah.
I'd slide in there nicely.
Wasn't going to say it. But okay.
Tina Fey.
Yeah. Would you not slide in there nicely?
I'd have sex with Tina Fey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
It would be more of a slide, I imagine. Amy Lou Wood. I mean, the teeth, you could go between the gap if you were... No, I'm bigger than that. What I can possibly fuck her between her teeth. Okay, Tina Fey, moving on. Ncuti Gatwa.
Yeah.
Who again, he's an actor.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they were kind of similar to Doctor Who. There were a couple of sketches where he wasn't being dramatic per se.
Yeah.
He's in the Blobby sketch, right? The Mr. Blobby Rises or whatever they call it. And when he's doing his normal guy dialogue, it's like, okay, he's fine in that. It feels like he's inhabiting it well.
Yes. Then Nicola Coughlan.
Yeah, she got an extra week for her episodes.
Yes, she did.
She did. And it feels like...
And she's in the first one, right?
And she's in the first one,
yeah.
But it feels like a lot of her sketches were among the weakest. Like the tele-shopping one.
That one's one of the... People like that one a lot.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Hannah Waddingham. A lot of singing. A lot of singing.
Yeah, that was a problem for me.
That she'd fall over at one point. Or she tripped over a door jam. Which, do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Yeah. She had to walk out and she fell over.
Oh, okay.
Jamie Dornan. Just nothing.
Yeah.
The vacuum. And Jack Whitehall.
Yeah.
I just can't stand him anyway.
Look at that. The comedian was the worst one.
Yeah, bizarre. Well, part of it is because of that. Like, he just starts doing his stand-up routine.
Yeah.
And so that's not what you're meant to do.
Yeah, you would assume that because he's a seasoned stand-up, that he would nail the monologue.
Yeah.
But as you say, it's the problem. Like when comedians go on panel shows,
they start doing their routines.
So and so. You have an anecdote, right? As I do, as a matter of fact.
If I ever hear an interview with a comedian and they start slipping their act into the conversation, it turns me off instantly to that person. Okay, musical guest ranking, best to worst. Now, many of these are probably interchangeable, and I do reserve the right to amend this list, even though I will never, ever see the show again.
Yes, yeah. We're not doing season 2, are we? Because that's coming out in September.
Yes, I know.
We're not doing it.
You did float, you could have 2 seasons in the worst of the year. That's never happened. Too much novelty. Okay, so Foo Fighters.
Yeah, not just because they're Foo Fighters, right?
No, I think they were a lot better than I expected them to be.
Yeah.
Considering his age, basically. He's screaming a lot, and it works.
Yeah, and that definitely works. And I think he's the only musical act that actually turned up in the sketches as well, right?
One, right? For Learn to Fly. Because there's a plane sketch. I actually have a song called Learn to Fly.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
I'm not saying it's a good thing.
No, but yeah.
But he's the only one.
I'd have him host. Wolf Alice,
Yeah.
Wet Leg, Georgia Smith, Holly Humberstone, Miles Smith, Meek, and Kasabian.
Yeah.
If I ever encounter Meek again, it'll be in Amy Leward's voice. And now, Meek! Yeah, Kasabian, I generally like. I mean, now that the lead singer has been replaced by the guitarist, but their performance was bad.
Yeah, it was bad, yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of the musical guests were just kind of...
Bland. Like
Yeah.
Georgia Smith, Holly Humberstone, Miles Smith, they're kind of on the same level. They're just polished. They're never going to do like a bad performance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like they're those kind of singers.
I swear, though, one of Miles Smith's songs sounds exactly like another song.
Probably does. Most songs sound like other songs.
I think that's the one it sounds like.
Oh, lately I've been... Yeah.
He's got a song that sounds exactly... To the point where I would have thought you'd pick
You
that
get
up.
sued for that.
Yeah, you get sued for that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I guess not.
Well, hopefully EMI, whoever the fuck has the rights. And these are what we would regard as good sketches, even if they had flaws within and none of them were perfect. Or simply funny moments.
Yeah.
Okay? We shouldn't be able to delineate this. The fact that we can actually name the things we found funny.
No, you do like a top 5 or a top 10, but
sketches,
not... Yeah.
But I'm going to name every little tiny thing I found funny in the whole season.
Yeah.
Right.
In an 8-hour, more than 8-hour
Yeah.
show. Yeah.
So there's the 45 seconds with 4 Acres. The British themed pub for entirely non-comedy reasons.
Because of her, yeah.
Jules Holland. The line, a fire in a bread factory caused £40,000 worth of toast.
Yes.
Riz and Operation. You know, what was it? You fucking... Whatever he says.
Is it dick bag? Is that what he screams?
Dick bag, something like that.
Dick bag! As he's
Yeah,
trying to
great.
like do Operation.
4 Acres and Nash hugging topless. The Seagull, which is the best, right?
Yeah.
That's the best
No,
sketch.
definitely, yeah. It ends kind of naffly.
It does.
But a lot of the
Just
actual...
what 4 Acres is doing
Yeah.
in that sketch. Yeah.
The reading gentleman.
And the way he looks at them like, did you try... It bloody brought his bastard friend, or whatever
Yeah.
he says. Yeah, no, that was really funny.
Yeah.
Dad Swap, falling down a hill with Helen Birch as an idea. I just
Okay.
like that as an idea. And I thought Celeste String in the makeup looked funny. In that.
Okay. But I think that's a perfect example of... Okay, well, the punchline's in the title. You're
Yes.
just making me wait until I actually see her falling down a
Rolling
hill.
down a hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's going to get that reference. The plane going down, not the sketch, but again, 4 Acres. The line, no longer the coward in Mykonos will stay with me. Because I think that cracked him up as well when
Yes.
he said it. The delivery of, do not threaten the tree.
Yeah.
Mario's, no. The pork advert, again, mostly 4 Acres cracking up. And Mr. Blobby.
Yeah.
There, we've been fair. Done. That's all I got.
Yeah, it's not very good.
I'm really not.
Shocked that they got a second season and one so close and one with more episodes.
Yeah, I mean, SNL, you know, that's what it is most weeks, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it is insane that on Sky One there are enough people watching to justify a
Yeah.
renewal. That is...
Enough of a cultural conversation as well, because you'd
don't
think
know
that
about-
like even if people were watching it,
Yeah.
you'd bank on enough people talking about it that they would even react if a second season was announced.
Yeah. Well, we won't be watching it.
No, absolutely not. But I'm annoyed, Sam, because it's a terrible show. It's one of the worst shows of the year, and I hated it, and you hated it too, and it was a terrible experience and all that
Yes.
sort of stuff. But could it not be argued that it kind of did its job?
In what way?
Because through it we found George Fouracres, who is a new comedic voice that we like.
It's not doing its job because it doesn't make me want to watch for more of him. It makes me want to watch where he goes next.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's, if like one of his sketches somehow does go viral in season 2, I'll probably watch that sketch.
Okay.
But I'm not sitting down to watch that show anymore.
It'll just be more Starmer stuff.
Yeah,
Starmer's
it will
still
be.
here.
That'll be his, like, you know,
Yeah.
Tina Fey doing Palin, you know,
Yeah. And whoever did Trump. Who did Trump?
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that, and I think we're done, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then we will see you next time.
There we go.
Fare thee well.
Ta-ra.